Um, live. I don't know. I don't care. If it works, it works.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Oh yeah, I already started.
Oh,
Yeah. I trying to look professional here.
how dare you? How dare you? I need to unmute myself. How dare you?
Guys, I'm professional today.
You know what's funny about that? I just feel like it's like I'm trying to be professional here, and you just have me going because you can't hear me. Oh god. Also, hold on a second. I put myself on screen for you. Oh, there you go.
But I need to check what he tweeted, guys. And because I think we both have started. I
Oh,
assume.
oops, sorry.
Oh,
I
okay.
left my hold on a minute. Eh, eh. Hope everybody like to see that one. Is it correct? What did I do? No, we're good. We're good. As long as somebody doesn't be a dick this time. Precisely. We're not talking about you. Not you.
But I'm always a
Not
dick.
you. No. You may notice when I look this way, I'm talking to chat. Even though technically my chat's over here. Like I'm looking over here because the chat is right here on the screen. So I'm staring at chat.
Guys, I think it's crazy.
There's floating text near me, and I must answer it. What a beautiful way to start. Also, speaking of, I should probably start the stage because it's not started. Give me a second. Unless you want to do it this time.
No, because you always use your title. Actually, mine is better. I want to use my title for once.
Nah, that's good. We're fine. We're fine. Where the fuck's the start button?
While he's doing that, I welcome you guys
Okay, here
to
we go.
the Nerd Ensemble. With me, Swinging Catboy, and as always with me, I have
Enjoys the.
this guy.
It's done.
Guys, I have this guy with me. He has no name, clearly.
Wait, am I actually on that side? For you?
You're my
Wait, where am I to you?
this way.
It's actually correct on my stream. You're over here for me.
Perfect. I just poked you like, hey, he's over here.
Shit. Do that again. Hold on.
Here's the thing.
Hit me across the screen.
No, because here's the thing. You're going the wrong way. Because if I hit
For me,
you,
actually, it's correct. Like for me, it's actually correct. You are actually doing it correctly on my screen. All right.
Yeah, I said I have my nameless host with us today.
What? I have a name.
Nope, you're nameless today.
The name is. Sir, I'm going to throw you into the Underdark. Yes, we have those too.
And I have a cop that I don't want to
I'll
crush
throw you into the
actually.
ninth hell.
Daisy, go to bed.
Anyway, to answer the question, my name is Zolatul. And I was gonna add a little bit extra to that, but you know what? Fine, it's Zolatul. But if you want it to be easier, you can just call me Zol. So there you go. There's an easy name for you. Call me Zol.
Wow, JC's aggressive today.
Seems that way. What'd you do to him?
I think I told him to go to bed.
You should know better than that.
Yeah, who wants ever listens?
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, no, just to reiterate, this is it's a gaming podcast, a tech podcast. You know, we talk about gaming news, stuff that we do. It could be about anime sometimes. Basically, whatever you think of when you hear the word nerd, yes, that's the podcast. It's literally anything that involves nerd fandom. Yeah, anything at all. Mostly it's games and stuff like that. I bring the technology most of the time because it's the stuff I get. Like today, I got something, but we'll talk about that later. Uh, Today I got something, so there's that. What are you tapping your fingers about?
I don't know. I can
You look
start.
like you're impatient. It looks like you're impatient. Like, all right, get to the point already.
That on the way to make a master plan to take over the world. Like, yes, good.
JC, it's funny you mentioned that because that is on the docket today.
Did he mention Yuzu? Did he mention Yuzu?
No,
Oh, okay. Did he mention Nintendo?
no.
I don't know what we have that is important, to be honest.
Come on. The other big thing that happened the last month that involves my side of things.
Donuts.
Okay. So today, just to give a quick little synopsis
I
of what we're going to be talking
know.
about. We basically we just got around to it. Yeah, no, we got stuff to talk about: emulation, a little bit about the ethical blah 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 when it comes to piracy, everything about that, because there was a huge conversation about the before the fucking Yuzu shit happened, which yes, we get into that too. We do that. And yeah. Plus, we have a little thing to talk about that involves a certain VTuber drama. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll get there. And other stuff too. Most of the time, whenever we do this podcast, we usually try to do a max of 3 hours. I feel like today's going to be much worse. We might be here a while. There's a lot to talk about. Shut up, device. There's a lot to talk about. It might help if, Swede isn't just sitting there on his phone doing fun things.
I'm working by
Are you?
telling people why someone would thank God for the food.
How's that working?
Keep
Work
the
implies
answer.
this podcast. Get to work.
I am working. I'm listening to you. I'm sick today. We talked about this.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh,
I, on the other
whatever.
hand, am setting up a certain little device that I will get around to talking about, but I figure we should talk about other things first, because this is a tiny thing, and I don't think we need to get into that. I don't think there's a point.
We could start with what we watched before the stream started, so we can get that over with. I think that's one of the more shorter topics.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
How much for this? Download core.
Okay.
Download a core. Oh, sweet. That's so much better. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, okay, so yeah, no, the thing that we just talked about, so I need to get a middle finger overlay. I know I can get one easily, just I need to get one.
I like how you use like,
Ew. You know what? I flip you off my horns.
how's that going for you?
In which case it means I'll stab you. Or in this case on your side. Anyway.
It just looks like you're fucking breaking your neck or something.
Okay.
Also, you have the world's stiffest neck ever. Like,
I know, right? Look at it. It doesn't even move.
like it moves like a tiny bit.
Any of the listeners today are probably jealous as hell. Like, I can't see anything. Like, yeah, well, that happens. All right. So yeah, the thing that we just got done doing, I didn't watch it yet because at this point I didn't really feel like it. Swede probably forgot everything and it's like, you know what? Let's just rewatch it. Like, okay. The Nintendo Direct as of recent. Mainly it was a partner direct, so it wasn't anything super crazy. I think the main big thing is that we're getting Xbox titles over on Switch now, and I think also on PlayStation. But that we're dealing with direct here, so be on the Switch. Stuff like Grounded, Hi-Fi Rush, I believe.
I don't know if Hi-Fi
I
Rush was
don't remember the
coming.
rest.
I don't know if Hi-Fi Rush was coming to Switch.
I'm not really sure about that. You'll never be Markiplier. Look, I wasn't saying I wanted to be. Who in the hell would even? I don't know. Also, for the record, for anyone who is not able to see the chat, they're joking. I can tell. So we're good.
No, they're serious. Dead serious.
All right. Okay, so again, anything else really about the direct that was actually mainly a good thing to pay attention to? I mean, there was that. The main thing I cared about was the Souls-like game where you play as a crab, or you play as a
that
crab.
game is beautiful.
That game is great. You're basically just playing as a crab, and it's a Souls-like. So you pick up random items and stuff to hit people with. You can pick up a cardboard box to wear and stuff. Because as far as I think the idea is that you lost your shell. Like the story is you lost your shell, so you use other objects as a makeshift shell, as like armor. So you need that to survive. So you can pick up a box. I think I've seen in like development stuff. I've seen them like have like a can, other crazy shit that you just like have on you, and like it's kind of funny. It's like a comedy, like a comedic Souls like, and I'm like I'm all for it. The writing is already great, so I'm like I'm for it.
Yeah. Fuck it. After the game, the crab game was fucking one of them. I'm like, this is looking great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so different than what you expect because all the Souls games looks like they're depressing as fuck. Then
Bro.
this game comes out, it's just like colors everywhere.
It's true. Yeah. Other than that,
SEO, I'm excited
let's
for.
see.
But I like SEO. So.
Hey, no, there's the SEO game. I gotta admit, I wasn't paying too much attention to some things, mainly because again, I got this device and I'm trying to set it up, and I'm even doing that here right now as we're doing this podcast. But I can multitask of setting it up and talking about shit. It's just watching something and setting this up that might be a different story, so I might have missed a few details.
No, SEO looked good. It looked different than other games.
It's mainly focused on the Alicization segment, right? Probably like
no.
the second half, maybe. Is it not? I could have sworn I saw him like the part of the animation of him running with like his outfit and sword from there.
Yeah, but I think it's getting that in the latest game, Last Recollection. But I don't know yet because I have not gotten that one. I need to beat the game.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is my titles? You go ahead. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
You're just like, where's my cables?
No, titles. Like I have like
Titles,
text
oh.
on screen that will. Yeah. There we go. Like I have these right here. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, no.
This on my screen.
SEO looked interesting. It looked different because I played all SEO games so far, even the mobile ones.
I'm kidding. I was supposed to say gross, but I'm kidding. I like those too.
By the way,
See, the one thing I hate is that what was it called? Memory defrag, I think, the mobile game.
Yeah,
like, I love that one actually. Like I played that nonstop. I actually like had like a bunch of the whatever it is, the characters and everything. Like I had a bunch of them. Like the that was the only bit of gotcha I actually liked that I've ever played. Because like I had a bunch of them. I was like, it's just fun, and it's like I never paid for it because it was all in-game currency, but I got a bunch of those, and I'm like, I liked it. It was great, and it had custom stories that was never seen anywhere else and hasn't been since. And then they just canceled the game.
I think it died a few years in to devs development, and then we're like.
As far as I know, it's like it was when whatever it's called, UB came out.
Didn't I think I downloaded UB, but I never.
The one that started with the one that like worked with Alicization, like that one when it started. So it's like that mobile game. Once that started, they cancel memory defrag. I'm like, shit.
I think it
Of my
was
favorite.
because they started, everyone moved over.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, and then what else did we have? I'm trying to recall the last hours.
There was that one in the ocean where you swim
Oh
around.
yeah, the fuck
What?
was it called?
I don't remember. Maybe we should pull up. Maybe we should pull up a direct list, like what games were in the direct.
Or just put up Nintendo's website or YouTube.
Also, I gotta admit, maybe red wasn't the best color for my text because it's kind of blending in very well. Yours, on the other hand, works fine. But yeah,
Let's see here.
I like putting the text on screen.
Oh, also,
if you're still here, Star, tell Dolus he's a nerd.
Unicorn Overlord is good, or looked interesting.
Mm-hmm. I was supposed to say what?
The fucking the game you said looked like every other RPG.
Oh, right, okay. That's how you let me know. It's like what? Like yeah.
Endless Ocean Luminous. Honestly.
Oh, that's what it's called. All right.
Yeah.
What was it? 30 players online?
Yeah.
Is what it said.
And all you do is
that seems interesting.
swimming around the ocean. Nothing else. There's nothing else to it.
I think the idea is like I think the idea is that you swim around the ocean and you find creatures of the ocean.
Yeah, you learn about.
So there's like a scrapbook kind of thing or something. Like you like maybe take pictures of the different fish, different flora, fauna of the ocean.
Here's the thing: it's just an educational game.
Pretty much. I mean, you know what? I'm for it. I mean, I really don't know shit about the ocean, so I'm in. There's a lot of stuff down there. It's like, hey, why not?
And they're trying to like
cool.
get information. They show you information about stuff that doesn't exist, but it's like myths. And then you have dead creatures also.
Right.
The biggest one though on this whole list, Star Wars.
Oh yes, right. The Battlefield Battlefront collection. I'm sorry, my fucking we're gonna get the Battlefield. Anyway, the Battlefront collection. I don't care, man. I'm more focused on other things. The fucking Battlefront collection. Yeah. I still have qualms about that one.
Oh, who doesn't?
I mean, for one, on PC and other devices, 50 gigabytes for the whole thing, which, by the way, if you install the first game and the second one, that's still on Steam right now, they do not come close to that.
I think it's not even 5 gigabytes.
I don't know. It's like you install both of them. It's nowhere near that much.
Fuck, I don't
Even with mods, like I have mods installed. It's not that big. Hold on a minute. I want to go see, like, as an extra, I want to go see about that. But what was the other thing I was going to mention? Yeah, okay, and on Switch, you said it's 25 gigs?
Yes.
Ow, it's a Switch game. That is so fucked.
Is it Tears
of the Switch Kingdom? Game where you expect everything to be like 10 or something. I think that's how big Tears of the Kingdom is. It's like 10 or 15, maybe. It's still small in comparison.
Isn't
But to be fair though, I wouldn't know because I have Tears of the Kingdom on a cartridge, so it doesn't have any space.
Tears is also fucking huge.
Like I said, I really don't know because I have it on a cartridge, so it's all in there.
Someone might. I might go. I'm gonna Google that real quick on my phone.
Okay. I'm trying to check real quick how big is currently my Battlefront 2. 16 gigs, and that's with a lot of mods installed.
16.3 gigabyte.
Okay. Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the classic, with a bunch of mods installed, is 16.1 gigs for me. So, how the fuck is the other two how's the collection like fucking 50 on PC?
Basically, that's
Come on.
25 each.
I know it's like 25 gigs. I mean, maybe the idea is it's essentially the same thing as if they added a bunch of mods like I did to each individual game and they just threw it in. Which, granted, it's not actual mods; it's revisions to the game. But yeah. Point being.
Also, hi potato, welcome to the stream. We're talking shit about the Nintendo Direct. Well, talking shit about
Pretty
Star
much.
Wars Battlefront. Size.
I will admit, though, it's like I still kind of want to get it, only because it has apparently extra maps at the moment. But it's like at the same time, it's more of a maybe it's possible to backport because people have made custom levels for the original stuff. Maybe you could backport it, have like people who play the new one and like, okay, we're gonna remake those in the original classic, and that way, who needs the collection when you have the goods? Hell, there's a fucking Halo mod for Battlefront 2 right now where it turns the whole thing into Halo.
Yeah, but it's the latest direct that had Monster Stories and Fantasy Life. Which, if you're gonna get Fantasy Life, I might get Fantasy Life, but I don't. Only because, I don't think neither of us have any Switch games we can play together. Well, we have games, but all of them is single player games except like one.
Not many multiplayer games on Switch that are really worth. It's funny because it's like, oh hey, we were gonna start charging for our like multiplayer online stuff. Like, all right, here you go. It's like we're gonna start charging for this now.
Do you know what the issue is?
You don't really have any games to fucking use.
Yeah, because everything becomes local co-op for some reason. It's like, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Everything does. I mean, I get it, but they expect you to have in real life friends, and that's
It expects you to have friends.
None of us do. None of us have that shit.
While you can talk for yourself, you have met my real friend. Wow.
Seems more like a forced acquaintance.
We went to the same school 10 years ago.
Oh, I was talking about like you and your friend, but
Yeah, we went to the same school 10 years ago.
it's okay because I have one that we never talk or like, we never really see each other in real life, but it's been I think I have two of this, but hold on. How long ago? Let's see.
Too long
When did I
ago.
last see him? Because he wasn't there senior year. He wasn't there junior year. I think I only saw him freshman or sophomore. So
you're not seeing your friend for 10 years. That's good.
I'm talking about evil. Like we haven't like okay, we have seen each other a little bit more after because he brought me a modded 360. So he brought me that and gave it to me. He literally came to my house, had it in hand, and just like, here you go. Like, okay. Like, cool.
So you and
Because he
Emil
bought
have
another one and then he bought it
fuck-
himself.
So you and guys,
Yeah, we barely talk to each other in real life. The main thing we do is over Discord or play games online, and that's about
and
it.
then me and
We
my
never
friend,
actually
we
see
go
each other.
out, eat, talk with each other, have
Well,
conversations.
to be fair though, he's a little far at the moment. He's not too far. Because, he's not that far at the moment, but he's just a little bit. It's a bit of a drive is all. He's not that far from me. And then I have a friend who I've known since like, I was maybe 5 or 6, and let's see. I don't know if he still lives literally right down from my house. I don't know if he still lives there. I'll have to ask him. It's like because it's like I don't know if he's moved out yet or not. Like I don't remember if he has or hasn't. If he hasn't, then I can literally just walk to his house. Like it's right outside my neighborhood.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Yeah,
Huh?
living close to your friends.
Actually, no, it's not. It's a little bit further. It doesn't matter. I can still make it there. Anyway, moving on.
Many have your friends, guys.
I'm having friends.
Oh,
Who the fuck has friends around here?
I hear music.
You give me a fucking stare down over here. What are you doing? I just look over. You're just like, but on your, for me, it's like, I don't know. I wish there was a way to flip. Like if I could just flip my camera or just the camera. So if I could just like flip that for your sake. So at least we're somewhat there.
My brain used to stop working.
I don't know if
What
there's anything
was on
else
the
when it comes to Direct.
Oh,
Like nothing else really talk worthy. It was only like 20 minutes.
There's one game. But you don't give a fuck about it because you were not born in Scandinavia.
And what would that be?
Snufkin. Melody of Moomin Valley.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
See, we have a.
Sounds like you're saying a lot of gibberish.
You see, we have an equal friend. That sounds weird. We have a mutual friend.
Yeah, that's better. An equal friend. We're not all equal. Anyway.
That sounds bad. How'd you get canceled by the one?
I meant between like the three of us. Anyway.
Yeah, no.
One of us actually gets paid money. Anyway.
No, I think two of you get paid money actually.
I'm in between me and you, but all right.
Wow, you're saying you're better than me because you get wow.
Yeah.
And I'm still cuter than you, so
debatable.
But yeah, no. Snufkin, Melody of the Moomin Valley, comes out in 2 days, guys.
What's that about?
I don't know.
Why should I care?
But it's an interesting game, and if you're Scandinavian, you know Snufkin from Moomin, which Moomin is an old Finnish show that is known in Sweden.
You almost fucked up there.
I was going to say Sweden, but I don't remember. She's not from Finland, the creators, or Sweden. She's from Finland. Hi, Imp.
Hello.
I don't know, but I wonder if you are a little bit too young to actually know.
What?
I was thinking Potato was too young to know about Moomin because Moomin is not as popular for younger kids now as it was when I was. Oh, bombs. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, no, it's some white creatures. That's
all right. You wanna rephrase that one, buddy? Sounds a little suspicious the way you worded that.
Thank you, Pikachu, for this for. Thanks, Pikachu.
We're doing great today, guys. This is only the second episode of our reboot of the podcast. Otherwise, we've been doing this for quite a while, and Sweet is all out of it.
Yeah. The Moomin is a really popular show about literally white creatures called Moomins. I know it's like almost like it's about them. Then you have a little girl called Little Me. She's insane. Then you have other creatures that I don't know the name of because I have not watched the show in 200 years. And then you have Snufkin, which is basically a drug addict.
Okay.
Well, he smokes something out of a pipe. It's just
right.
That is Moomin.
Yeah, okay. Seems like a interesting game.
Yeah, and he's a musician also, which adds into why he's a drug addict.
Right.
You know that a lot of drug addicts are musicians. So almost like there's a correlation between music and drugs. Kids, don't do music.
You fucking right. If that's what you want to say, okay. Jesus. Kids, don't do music. It's not good for you. You see that music class, you stay away. See them playing their tuba
Hey,
and their
got you
piano?
draw me fucking
Stay the fuck away. It's a cult, I tell you. Marching band is a cult.
I mean, you are literally
Turned into
marching.
We literally just turned into every other fucking podcast where it's nothing but conspiracy theory.
Don't trust your neighbor. They're spying on you for the government. Which wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Honestly, everyone's probably spying on me. Everybody's on to me. They would have on me. Maybe we've been doing podcasts for far too long. We're becoming conspiracy theorists.
I mean, if this doesn't work out.
Pikachu is like, yeah, I'm getting out of here.
No, stay. All right.
You don't want to hear about the monsters in your wardrobe? Or
The ones underneath your bed?
Yeah.
Or the ones that are in your head? Okay. No, no one's gonna get that joke? Okay.
The monsters in my head I already know about.
No, you see, it was a reference.
Pikachu, you don't
It was
have
a song reference.
I'm not. I say, didn't I just tell you we can't do music? And now you're referencing
No,
a
we can't
song.
play music. I never said we could, and the other stuff.
Because I'm gonna bully you, you Canadian bastard.
Wow. Against Canadians now, are we? What?
When have I ever been for Canadians? Also, you're American. You should not like Canadians either. Like, it isn't like. Isn't your nature to bully Canadians?
I wouldn't say that.
Uh huh. The whole point about
You said.
streamers is that you bully the streamer, which is why I always bully Saul, because he's a streamer. But I never watch him, so. Hey, Quickie. Getting a lot of famous faces in my
so
stream today.
So it's gonna be a while before the whole setup thing I'm doing. So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I can go and get into it before we get into our big topics. To note, I got another retro handheld device. It is good so far. I don't know. I haven't really played much of it yet. I'm setting up the damn thing right now, so let's go through a whole process. I'm basically moving. I don't fucking know. At least 10,000 files right now.
So I'm gonna remove this topic from the list.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
I don't know how to delete shit.
Merge. Yeah. Otherwise, the device though. The only thing I could say really is that it runs GameCube and PlayStation really well. PlayStation 2, I should say, and also Switch a tiny bit. But considering that's something we're gonna talk about in a bit, shits might be going down with that one. But yeah, no. What should we get into for good old topics? For big old topics, which one first? Should we go in order or what?
I mean, we could do the needy shit because that one, because the other two kind that goes together.
I think we should do if we, here. Hold on. Let me go to the page. I should probably change one thing. Teeny topics. Teeny, not teeny. teeny.
Teeny.
In that order. I don't know if it's gonna update for you.
I thought. Yeah, that made it because again, those two last topics there.
Where's
And then
shit,
you have
where
not
the fuck is
deleted
the? I'm trying to delete it.
How do
I'm
you
doing it on my. Oh, here we go. I'm doing it on my computer. I did it though.
I don't know how to delete it on
You have
my
to right-click it.
top on my
You have
computer.
to right-click it.
I
Yeah, you have to
did.
right-click and then press the archive.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh, actually, no. We can do this other thing really quickly because it's the other side topic. It's very quick. Toys for Bob, the people who made like Crash Bandicoot recently, and I forget what else they've made recently. I hate that, but it's like Crash Bandicoot 4 and such, and Crash Team Racing, I think Crash Rumble. I forget what that was called.
Want me to look
But
up what they did?
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're announcing that they're going indie, meaning that they are splitting off from Activision and I think their main reason is because Activision's not letting them do shit. So they're gonna split off, become indie, and make their own decisions. Decide what they're gonna do and make their own games as they see fit. However, they have announced that they are probably going to stay partners with Xbox in this, like not be a part of Xbox, but be partnered with them in the sense that they're probably okay with their games being on Game Pass like day one and such stuff like that. Like they're okay with stuff like that. They're gonna be in talks about it, but mainly they're going indie so they get to decide all the shit for themselves.
Hold on. They were part of the Warzone stuff.
Oh yeah. They also did some Call of Duty stuff. Yeah.
Spyro, Skylanders.
Yeah. Spyro. Yeah. Spyro.
Did you
Skylanders,
ever play
Crash Bandicoot.
Skylanders?
No. My cousin had Skylanders and had like a bunch of the figures, but I never actually played it. I never saw a reason.
Oh, they did a lot of Disney games also, or two at least.
Holy shit, 82 gigs. Fuck. I have got to tone that down a little when I get a chance.
Oh, they only did Crash 4.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's why I figured because Crash 1 through 3 and a lot of the like original Xbox titles and stuff like that, they were from the old company. From Naughty Dog did a bunch of those. Like Naughty Dog did like Crash 1 through 3. I don't know about the Xbox titles. I think Naughty Dog did those. It was still hilarious though to be like, oh hey, we have Crash Bandicoot, which is like a known PlayStation title, and Xbox now owns it. It's like fuck. Okay. It was a real like tip of the spear kind of thing.
And then they have a few older
no,
games. They made Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure, Madagascar 1 and 2,
Crash Bandicoot,
and Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam.
this one, this should tell me. Wrath of Cortex should tell me who made that. Traveler's Tales and Eurocom. So yeah, okay, so that's like the different developers. But like Traveler's Tales, Naughty Dog, Toys for Bob, Blizzard Albany, Beanox.
Blizzard Albany. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's part of Blizzard.
No,
It's an American video game developer based in Albany, New York. The studio was acquired by Activision in January 2005.
I thought Albany was Canada.
Oh, no. They made Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, the Insane Trilogy for Crash Bandicoot, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, and Diablo 2 Resurrected. So
Sony owning Bungie is not good, I'm gonna be honest.
What now?
Sony owning Bungie.
No. Kind of dumb.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think smaller companies should go indie more. Cause that is how you crush the big companies, because they need the smaller companies to make their games. Cause like Activision doesn't actually make games. If you notice, they often use
That's how a lot of these are. Like Activision is a publisher. It's not a It's not a development company.
Yeah.
So
I think
usually how that is.
Blizzard was a dev company, and then
I mean, they
also
technically still are in a way. Like Blizzard, at least like that side of it, because they still make their own stuff in there. But yeah, it's mainly publishing, I guess.
I think Ubisoft is also their own dev company, but that's because they have so many fucking branches. Holy fuck! If you've ever started an Assassin's Creed game, you get Ubisoft, Ubisoft Montreal, Ubisoft fucking Connecticut or something like. What? Why do you have so many studios? It's like
Yeah,
Ubisoft Paris. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
there's a bunch of that.
no. I think it's good that they go in there.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
No, I don't know if it's showed in the beginning of Ubisoft stuff, but I know if you ever watch credits, it's like they list every company that was part of the fucking progress, and it's like everything is Ubisoft. But it's like Ubisoft Montreal, Paris, and like every company ever in their like line is like. So everyone worked on it. So it's not so Ubisoft just worked on it with 15 of their own branches. Got it.
Pretty much.
And then you have like one different company because that was like the music or something.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
Me, I, and myself vibes. Exactly. Like, we made this game.
Yeah,
Like,
we made this game. It's just like, what about the other? We made it.
only us. And then this guy, but like, he's like added like 2 things.
Metal Gear 2 did not get moved.
What sucks to be you?
Tragic. Yeah, it's okay. I'll just delete it. It says it's deleted, but it didn't delete. I'm a little bit unsure about that.
I'm gonna go check something real quick.
All right, I'm gonna do something. I am going to. Nope. Here we go. I want to unmount the fucking. Okay, eject. All right, I want to do this on the computer. I'll do the rest of this shit on the computer. Or we can just keep talking away.
I was gonna check something. Ow. See, guys, I'm professional.
Are you?
Shut the fuck up.
You're doing the same shit I am.
No. I'm doing professional
Yes,
shit.
you are.
I'm like checking Twitch. I'm checking that everyone is alive. And well,
I haven't asked you. I mean, I haven't heard you ask that.
I didn't say I was asking him stream if they were okay. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Don't ask people on stream if they're okay. That's not necessary at all.
But guys, let's get into
the big one.
The big one, guys. The biggest we have. And it's not the biggest we have. We have.
I guess it kind of. I find the other two are combined topics. I feel like that one's more bigger.
Yeah. We're going to talk about something that's unrelated to me completely. Well, I'm related to it because I became friends with.
You watch it.
No, I got related to it because I got friends.
Well, it's probably because you became friends with at least one, and then like everyone else started becoming it, and then. Have you noticed that? That almost all of our friends randomly just decided, you know what, fuck, I want to become a VTuber, like PNG tuber, which still counts. It's like, So wait, I think you're the only flesh tuber left.
No, Einar, He's both.
Well, I say if you're half dipped, you might as well go and jump in the pool. If you dip your toes, you might as well go and jump in.
And Motor is also half.
Point remains.
But I will stay strong, for I have dignity.
Yeah, and also you let the computing power to even half of it. So you could do it if you wanted to.
I could use a PNG.
Right. Fucking delete. Thank you.
I'll delete
All
you, you bastard. But,
Delete you,
so...
bitch. Yeah.
About, actually, I think it's exactly a month ago.
Uh-huh.
Shut the fuck up, car. I'm trying to talk here.
I'm just waiting for my device to like do a ringtone. It's like, shut up, device.
Yeah,
pretty
no,
accurate.
I just hear honking and I'm like, I'm trying to talk here, like, shh. So I think it's exactly a month now since Selene got terminated from Nidhi EN. Which, if people doesn't know what that is a VTuber agency. Which has VTubers
I'm
in
gonna
it.
go grab a picture of Celine for my just to show on screen. Just like just a PNG of her. Images. Okay. This'll work.
I want the company. I don't.
Copy image, or I guess we'll do save image, download, save there. Okay, and then go to my download folder so I can drag it on the stream. Oh, that's a fucking WebMP, you bitch.
But yeah, no. So she got terminated from the company. I think exactly a month ago. I think it was the 5th of February. Let me check here.
Okay, so if I do this, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, this is what this was Celine, one of my stream. So it's like, yeah, this is who it was.
Selena has purple hair.
Yeah, this is who she was. For people who don't know, if you've ever seen like this VTuber around, that's who it is. So yeah.
But yeah, she got terminated. I think I'm gonna read just their tweet because I feel like that summarized what they said. We hereby announce that we have had to make the difficult decision to terminate our contract with the Ninja Sunny Ian Liver. I don't know why they call them livers. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know either. I really don't get it.
I
like,
think it's a translation issue.
No, I think that's just literally what they call them. Maybe like in the Ian sides, like they call them livers, and it's like that's the only.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Only them that do that. Hollow Live doesn't call them that. Doesn't call their streamers that. I think they just call them idols.
What the fuck does idol use then?
Well, I mean, I think they just call them idols because that's essentially what they are to them. Is like, you know, they're virtual idols.
Yeah, but yeah, Selene Tatsuki effectively admitted due to repeated breaches of contract and misleading statement on social platforms. Attached is a detailed explanation of the circumstances.
Well, okay, you don't need to read the attached part.
What? That led to this decision being taken. Thank you for your understanding and continuous support of Nidhi Sanji and Nidhi Sanji EN.
Oh, you're reading the announcement?
No, that's what. Yeah, I read the whole announcement basically, and then.
Okay. I mean, they basically list off a huge whole thing in there, but to basically summarize the idea is that
what I just did?
Celine made a no, there's more to it. Hold on.
All right.
I'm saying basically Celine made a cover, or like, you know, like had a cover like with her and like a bunch of the other livers, plus the some that were like, you know, I'll say ex-livers, you know, they were already like, you know, graduated or terminated or whatever else, like, you know, they were in the cover, like in the music video, or at least like as appearances. What was it called? Last Cup of Coffee, and apparently she got the permissions from the original artist. Like, she got the permissions, everything, saying like, hey, she's got them. And then Niji apparently didn't get them themselves, is what I'm understanding. So, they didn't get it themselves, and there was some, like, I guess, paperwork that didn't get put into the situation, and so they took down the cover. It's like, they took down the cover until they got the permissions, then later they put it back up. But the thing is that they basically told her, do not, or I guess they didn't tell her, but she went ahead and told people about it. Like, she was trying to tell everyone, like, hey, management took it down. Here, here. I actually have the tweet here. It says, hello, I apologize, but management has privated the song. Please feel free to re-upload since a lot of money and effort was done by so many dragoons. I'm really sad that this happened on Christmas. Hope some of you guys, yeah. Okay. Point is, like, management took it down. Let me see real quick.
And then then Celine tweeted on her account, or the old account.
That's did I just read that? I'm pretty sure we just read that.
No, you didn't read that. Where the thing was, she asked people to re-upload her video.
Yeah, I read that.
No, you didn't. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I just said that. That's what I just read.
I didn't hear that.
In the picture the picture on the topic, the number 6, I just read that.
Dude, number 6.
Which, yeah, no, it's...
Is Celine's account still up, by the way?
Yes, but it's privated. So people who still follow her, you can still see all of the posts that were there as an archive. But if you unfollowed or if you weren't following her at the time, you can't see them. Because now if you try to, it'll say, they have to accept your follow. I was following her, but then I unfollowed out of, like, spite of, like, Niji Sanji stuff, unfollow all of them. And I realized, because I did that, I lost all of her past tweets. So I can't see those now. Anyway,
wait, I think
I'll get
I
to the evidence number
follows Celine. Hold on.
Yeah, I want to get to the evidence number 1 thing here in a second, but just to go to the point, all that kind of stuff happened. Whenever she tried to tweet that it was privated, the company kind of got upset and saying, like, it's like, no, you shouldn't have said that. Like, it's like, no, we didn't do that. They did, but it's like, so it's no, you're not supposed to tell them that, and they got pissed off about it. It's like, even though it's technically true, management did private it because permissions were not met, but she was just trying to say, like, okay, hey, they just want things to be correct, so it's okay. It'll be back later, but no.
All right. Yeah. I have access to all her tweets.
Okay. Okay, I want to go and say this right now. We're not going to get too into this part, but I would just say that it's a little on the dark point. So, content warning. Yeah, there's dark stuff here. So, we won't get too far. We're not going to talk too much about it. But, yeah, it's a little dark. Okay, starting now. I'll do this when it's over if you want to mute. Or I'll just say, actually, I don't even know. Okay, if you're listening, I don't know what I can tell you to do.
Viewer discretion.
Viewer discretion is advised. That's all I could say. Okay. Skip ahead when I say, I don't know, fucking pumpkin. It's fucking hell. I'm trying to give some of the audio listeners to find something to, like, get away from. But the visual ones, I can easily tell you when we're done. Anyway, basically she was okay. This is an odd one in that I think she said this didn't happen, or at least, like, she didn't give out anything, but the company themselves in their in their notice of, like, her termination, they said that it happened. Or that she said it happened. Like, I don't know. But it was said that she was basically harassed by all the other, or at least by other livers and the staff, which led to an attempt on her life. And that she was hospitalized because of it. And basically, and the entire time that she was in the hospital, there were posts on her account of, like, updates and stuff. None of that was her. That was all management.
Yeah.
That was Niji Sanji posting all of it themselves.
I can
She
get.
didn't have a word. She didn't have a say of what was said. She didn't even know it was being said. That was all them.
Yeah, basically, she apologized for the silence.
Yeah,
And said
which again
after an accident.
wasn't her. Yeah,
And
which
then
again wasn't her.
about 3 days later after that, she wrote, allegedly, because, you know, it wasn't her, but, you know, allegedly it's her, because why would someone else use her account?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you to everyone for
Why
the
would someone else
support.
ever do
Since
that?
I've been gone, I'm discharged from the hospital, and my parents are helping me after my accident. Why are they just writing accident, though? Like, they could have been anything. Like, they could have just said, oh,
I mean, I even saw that post. Like, I think even I saw that post before I knew what was going on. And, like, you know, saying, like, an accident. I'm like, oh, okay, an accident. I wonder what the hell happened. Technically, that's not an accident in a manner of speaking. It was a purposeful attempt. But at the same time, it's like you're making very light of it by calling it an accident. It's a damn good thing it didn't work, obviously.
Want to say something
it's not a fucking
dumb?
accident.
I want to say something dumb.
Viewer discretion advised. Sweet is going to say something dumb and disregard the fact that he's probably going to be an idiot for it. Go on.
No shit. I was going to say, it wasn't actually accident because she didn't succeed.
Okay, that's fucked up. That's kind of fucked up, dude.
I am fucked up. What? I told you it was
Jesus.
bad.
What the fuck? All right.
Oh, dark humor, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Very dark humor.
You know what's the worst part? Part of me even feels like even she would get a very slight chuckle out of that. Just a very slight one.
I think it's because it's not as harmful as people think. It is dumb. That's why it's funny. Like, it's different. You can't really make a joke about someone that's dead. Like,
I mean, you could. It's not very fun.
Yeah, they can't talk back.
Not a good idea.
Unless they become a zombie. They don't talk that much either, to be honest.
I mean, there's a few that say brains. Anyway. Point is that all that happened, and we'll get to more of it here in a minute. But basically, afterwards, I don't know what entirely what led up to it, but she was then whatchamacallit? Oh, I just realized. Hold on a minute. My bad. I just realized that I didn't pop out my YouTube chat, and there was somebody talking in it. My bad.
Wow, guys, he doesn't give a fuck about his chat.
I care about the YouTube chat. It's just that we got all fucking distracted by everything going on.
Guys, he doesn't care about you. Remember that. He doesn't give a zero fuck about you.
I do.
He doesn't give a fuck about you. I mean, at least I'm honest about me not giving a fuck about my chat.
Wow. So he admits it.
I have done it like 50 times.
Anyway, back on to the point.
Tell Saul he's a moron in his chat.
If you're still here, hi, Daimura. How you doing? Diamora, Daimura. Hello, welcome. Anyway,
Americans trying to pronounce names.
I don't know. Anyway, I forget what led up to it, but basically she was terminated without a 30-day notice, which yeah, it's illegal. Also, while being right after being hospitalized, which again is illegal, even like in both Canadian and Japan law, I believe. So that was illegal. I say Canadian because she is Canadian.
Yeah, but I think it was because she was gonna quit anyways. So
yeah, no. She was actually going to quit anyway. It's just that, you know, she was being like they just said fucking terminated her, which is part of being illegal. Plus the fact that she didn't even have notice at all. The way she found out was the post. That's how she found out. So there is that.
Now that's funny.
Jesus Christ. I will say this also is that, granted, she could have went pretty damn crazy. Actually, you know what? No, there's bits below we can go by. There's bits below that talk about that. Okay. Afterwards, she basically assumed what was her old identity, like 4 years prior, I believe, called Dokibert. She became that, which I do have a picture of that too. So give me a second.
We should go
Let me
follow her.
see.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's great. This is what she looks like now, or at least this is what she looked like before and now. So, yeah, no. Oh, she also has a tomato model, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So,
The true form of
I think her,
Dokibert.
her lore basically is that she is a tomato wearing a skin suit. Her
Yeah.
words. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Which actually that makes it actually the crazier part, because that just means that she could basically look however she wants to, completely different, still be the same person because skin suit. She's the tomato. So it's funny. Anyway. Where am I? Okay. I was trying to find that specific bullet point. Okay. Basically, it took her a little bit. She basically had, like, a couple of like introductory streams to say, like, hey, what she can actually do now being an indie. So I will say this, at least, not the attempt, obviously, but her getting fired might have honestly been the best thing for her.
Yeah.
Honestly, because her going indie was probably the best thing that could have happened. Because a lot of shit, she's doing a lot of stuff that she can actually do now. For example, she literally mentioned that Neopets is a game that she wanted to play crazily, never got to while being Celine. They never let her. But then, she said she wanted to. We'll get to that part here in a second of the next continuation of the Neopets. Stuff like that. Also, something to mention is that when she was working with Niji, they never paid for any of her projects. None. She never had a single project paid, and it was over, I believe, 200,000 out of pocket. Probably more, actually. I think it's more than that. Let me see.
And what are you lurking around for? Stop lurking around.
What was that? I know it's 200,000. Okay. So, yeah, it's about 200,000 out of pocket for her projects, and Niji did not help at all. Which is, that makes sense in the sense that, understand that they, what I'm trying to say is that I can believe that, because another lifer that like graduated, that used to be there, had very terrible, what is it, tax problems, had a bunch of tax debt. Ninja didn't help whatsoever. And then he joined another company that helped him immediately.
Oh my god. It's almost like Nidi's bad.
You're right. Anyway, that's all I'll say. So yeah, no, it's almost like they're terrible. Yeah, no. So like I said, there's that kind of stuff, but now she can get sponsors. Like, she can actually get sponsors to help her out with things, which her manager has said that, they're going to try to do that.
Time for more Raid
She also has a
Shadow
manager.
Legends ads.
Right. She can also talk about like anything copyrighted, stuff like that. She's indie. She knew whatever the fuck she wants to.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
There's one
I
issue
still
with
love
dealing with
how
shit as an indie though, is that if you get a copyright strike, you have to deal with that. That's like
something tells me even Niji didn't help them with that.
which is even worse.
Yeah. I don't know. The one thing I like though is that with her manager, they call he got nicknamed Mr. Man. That's the manager name is Mr. Man, which it turns out is actually somebody who's very big in the Apex community. I don't know his name. I forgot it already, but it's on news. You know, they're there. There's apparently Mr. Man. There's now a Little Man, and I think there's another one, but I don't remember.
Big man, little man, middle man.
There's basically just like Mr. Man, Little Man, and there's a third one that I recall that I remember. I think it like deals with other stuff, but I completely forgot.
Oh my god, she still have the email.
Oh right.
For people wondering what her email is, it's literally Donkey Can Raid. It's so good. It's so dumb.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Apparently, so many people emailed her about things like different opportunities and just in general emails that Google thought that her email was a scam account and locked it because of how many emails were there.
Wait, so her old account got locked?
No, like her. I think like it might have been the same account, but it might have been like she had to like persuade them, like like talk to them, say, hey, it's normal. But
I promise
she
I'm
got
real.
so many emails that it was considered a bot account by Google, and they locked it. It was just funny. Let's see. We'll talk about that big bullet point in a minute. Jesus Christ. Is there anything else to talk about before that? Specifically about her? That happened before that?
Which part are we on?
1, 2,
Blah, blah,
3, 4, 6, 7. We're on the 7th bullet point, which is second to last. We're gonna start that one in a second. The one right above it's the one I already mentioned. It's one we just got done talking about. So second to last bullet point is where we're at.
All right.
Oh, there's a Doki response. Hold on a minute. Did we ever read that?
Doki response?
Oh yeah. No. We'll get to that in a minute. That's right. That's to what we're about to read. Got it.
Yeah. I don't think much happened. She did.
She basically scheduled. She did 2 streams. She did her like talking stream and then a Lunar New Year stream. And then she mentioned about the schedule.
Yeah, which was.
And the first game she was going to do was Neopets because it's the one game she wanted to do very badly on stream. Because Niji would never let her. And sadly, that continued. Even though she's no longer affiliated, it still continued. Why? Because they decided to immediately, what's a word for it?
Ruin her?
I guess slander? I guess just like immediately try to slander? Because...
Yeah.
What's basically bad is that, okay, 10 minutes, which I know that's the first sentence of the thing, but I'm going to mention it. 10 minutes before that stream, or before like she did that, Niji Sanji on one of the accounts, what is it?
Elera Pandora.
Yeah, it's like on that account, they had her, Vox Akuma, and Ike Eveland on a stream, which was mainly a black screen, just them talking, of them, quote unquote, explaining events from them and Niji Sanji's like point of view, trying to say like, oh hey, this is what happened and everything. They essentially talked about like a document that that Doki gave to Niji's lawyers, and apparently says stuff like, oh hey, there's like a bunch of stuff in here, like some recording that was from Vox, like some damning evidence and maybe a way to dox everybody, blah blah blah, even though it was all a fucking lie. The entire time though, they were talking completely monotone, very fucking monotone, to the point where it's like there are a lot of pictures that people made or memes of this where it's literally them sitting together in like on stools or something, and they're just like guns pointed at the back of their head. That's basically what this is.
Which is
probably forcing the talents to take
from the truth. That's the issue.
It's probably what happened. It's probably like they forced them to take the heat of this.
Because I think
to take all the hate.
Pandora just moved to to Japan.
Mhm.
And what if
Yeah, and then
Nadia is like, hey, if you don't say anything, we might.
we revoke your work visa.
Yeah.
If they do that, then they're forced to move back to, wherever they originally hail from.
Which
So
is
everyone who's in Japan at the moment, which was all three of them, yeah, it would force them to go back. If they don't comply, they immediately get their work visa revoked and they have to be deported.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. It's scary as fuck, but at the same time, is like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't, like, one, they shouldn't have done what they did, but it was also like they had two choices. It was like, we do this or we don't do this, and we might have to move home.
Right. But let's see.
But here's another thing. Why was
Okay,
it
so-
those three specifically that did the announcement? Like, that's also a thing people
Vox is the
speculated.
only person I see why they tried to force him into it, because apparently he had it was the recorded thing of him, which apparently had nothing to do with anything bad at all.
No, was
And
it
plus,
a
there's the other
recording
part.
he knew about? It was for
I don't
something
remember
that,
if you knew about it or not, but apparently the recording had something to do with just talking. Apparently, it was about talking ill of someone else, like maybe like a manager or something, and it was just like some kind of recorded bit. But according to her, Doki is literally just a test recording. That was it. It was not really evidence. There was no point of having it. It was a test recording. That was the reason for it. So all that was all bullshit. And also to note, the document that they were talking about was supposed to be NDA.
yeah.
As in, NDA, non-disclosed agreement. It was between Niji's lawyers and Doki's lawyer. Only they were supposed to have access to that document. No one else. And Niji basically just like gave it to the talents to read, or like specific parts out of context to read, which is what probably made it look bad.
But here was another thing. People says that like Pandora apparently works with the, because she's like one of few that speaks English and Japanese.
Mm.
So she had to work as an what's it called? Like the middle
Translator?
guy. Translate basically like
intermediary?
Yeah.
Like that?
So she had to like do like, so to get stuff done with those that doesn't speak Japanese, she had to work with management. Because apparently Nidhi Sanjay Ian is a Japanese completely for some reason.
Mm.
Which I'm like, why? That's another thing I don't get.
man.
Why is it in Japan? The whole business.
I don't know. Another thing to note is that if people were going to try to like damn it for any reason, the thing is that like, let's say Dem, like, Doki for like, having said recording, it's technically perfectly legal in Canada. Canada has a whole thing, is part of the what is it, one
party.
one party recording like law, where it basically just means that only one person, you don't need to have consent for both parties in order to record something. You could just do it, and it's not illegal whatsoever. So Canada has that. So her recording this, even if it wasn't to his knowledge, and even if it was something damning, it doesn't matter, because it's not illegal.
Yeah. Which is another issue we're dealing with when it comes to like dealing with two different, like with different countries. It's like, because you deal with two different laws, which Japan might have. You need the consent of everyone.
Yeah.
Well, Canada doesn't. I think Sweden also has a one-party consent.
Let's see.
I think you're just not allowed to upload the content. You're allowed to use the content if if you feel like you're threatened or something and you want to record it, for your sake, you're not allowed to upload it. You're only allowed to give it to the cops, but I don't think you can do anything else with it. Which, that makes sense. As long as you don't upload. Why would you upload anything unless it's like...
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna note that during said stream, they only had one picture throughout the whole stream, because most of it was a black screen until they came up on the topic, and then they posted one picture.
It was like
Technically,
five
6
different...
pictures put together.
It was like five
Yeah, like 6
screenshots or
screenshots.
something.
Yeah. So the first one was to show that that she basically gave them the video, and it's like, hey, here's the cover video, check see if it's good. And then someone replied saying, sorry for the late reply. Since this video included X livers, it will cause more time for me to get confirmation. The audio's okay. And apparently it was released before the confirmation was given, according to Niji. So they set it to, this is the thing, they said the video is set to private until I get confirmation. There's also a chance that you might need to adjust it before setting to public again. And they said also, before you post anything to explain about it, please confirm with me. And then according to them, they, she posted before getting that confirmation. But to be fair, hold on. To be fair though, all that she said was that they privated the song. And they're saying like, you're just copying word for word what they said. Literally, it's and they got mad because it's like, oh, you told them that we privated it. It's like, yeah. What do you think was gonna happen? Like, yeah, no, it's privated, and just letting them know, hey, management privated it. Apparently, that was the issue. Is that she said that management privated it, and it's like, okay, I mean, yeah, no, all right.
Yeah.
They get all pissy for no reason.
Apparently, though, what they said also is that she has done this a lot. Which,
Apparently,
what I hear also is that Anycolor, which is, I think, the company that owns Niji overall.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's terrible to work with because they don't answer, they don't do shit. Like, so if you like,
yeah, that sounds about right.
So if you send a work email and be like, hey, I want this project done, can I do it? Apparently it can take weeks for them to answer or something. It's like, maybe it's not her fault, then maybe it's internal. But guys, you wanna know the best and funniest shit out of this? It's the partner apology.
Oh, we'll get to that here in a minute. Something like, I'm just gonna repeat this little bit real quick, is to say, what was it? Again, this was basically a slander type of thing, like this whole live stream bit, because it was literally set 10 minutes before her stream. She had that already scheduled, pre-scheduled, like over the weekend. She already had that pre-scheduled, set up, able, around for everyone to see that, hey, this is what time, what date it was going to be. She had that around everyone, on Twitter, on her YouTube page, everything. And then 10 minutes before, that's when they decided to make that stream. So it was literally meant for slandering, because otherwise, why that time specifically did they do the stream? Because it was also noted that it was like, what, 4 in the morning for Japan? It was like 4:30 in the morning for Japan at that time. It's like, no one's going to be fucking awake, but they chose that time specifically.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like, it's the only reason for them to ever do that. So it was that. Again,
was it their stream?
She was
They
gonna play
don't
Neopets.
sleep.
It's like, true, but it's like, she was gonna play Neopets, some she wasn't allowed to play, and while being there in Nijisanji, apparently she still wasn't, because then this shit happened. And the only way she found out about the stream was because a friend messaged her. And what it's like, she contacted her lawyer to talk about it, and the stream was maybe for 20 minutes, and then the lawyer got back to her and said like, hey, ready to talk now. So she had to stop the stream after 20 minutes, and that was it for Neopets. She has not tried it since.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to, but she hasn't attempted to play it since. But yeah, she basically said a few things on her side of events and to give more evidence, and there is a response post. So we can either read that response post, or you can go on about your, the apology thing first, whichever you want to do first.
I think the apology come first. I think the apology came first. No, I think she posted her video because apology came like the day after or 2 days after that.
Yeah, this I think was on the same day, so I'll just read this. I will say that it was never supposed to be shown to anyone other than me, my lawyer, and other relevant lawyers. This is from Dokibird, by the way. It was a private document with my own personal information and was used as a legal document to help my lawyer and document my thoughts, plus was never supposed to release anywhere else to any other parties outside of legal department. It makes me wonder if my medical and hospital records were also released without my consent, as that was also promised to me to be kept private. Then below it said, I am currently talking to my lawyer, and thankfully only my diagnosis and reason for my hospital stay was reported without further private info being disclosed. It was requested that none of this info should be revealed to anyone other than legal. Thank you everyone for support. Really wish things didn't have to go this way. Didn't say anything more, and I was ready to move on and start a new life. That little last bit there is the important bit, because she wasn't going to say anything else. Literally after becoming Doki and all that kind of stuff, she was done. Like, she's like, screw it. Wasn't even going to talk about Niji ever again, other than, just say, like, hey, she was fired, and, just bring it up as, like, jokes. She would never actually make a serious point to it ever again. Niji's the one that fired back. They didn't want to let it go. She was willing to let it go. So it's really their fault.
It's because they lost. That's the issue.
It's not even for a law reason. It's just like they just would not let it go.
No,
And
not
she
lost.
like,
They lost.
Oh yeah.
Like, they lost so much in that day. Then they were like, oh, we're gonna use.
Yeah. Oh, we should also talk about the what movement started after that. Sink the yacht.
I think that one started right after the apology video because, they fucked up that. Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead. I guess go and talk about the apology video.
So basically, I think the day after they fucked Doki over for the second time, they did an apology video, which, ironically, everyone made fun of their background because it was just black and white.
Right.
They were like, they're called any color. They choose black and white.
That's a good point.
So they basically made fun of that then, but basically they said that, oh, we're so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. They were not apologizing to the people. They were apologizing to the company, to the stockholders.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And about the same time, the moment Sink the Yacht began. Because it's like, oh god. And
we should also mention that Sink the Yacht, that movement specifically is for people to mass unsub every Niji Sanji liver. That's the whole point. Is basically boycott them and also unsub, like a mass unsub, which, for the record, they did lose a shit ton of money. Their stocks went super far down because of it.
Is it going up yet or no?
I will go check. Let's see. Any color. Okay, I love how I just type in any color, and the first thing is stock.
Wait, let me check. Any.
My first fucking thing.
Oh my god, is any color I didn't
Okay, in the last 6 months is when a chart pops up. Minus 3.25, which is minus 13.14% in the past 6.
I would say last month is enough.
I can't do last month won't show.
You don't have 1 month?
There's no chart for 1 month.
Oh. At the moment they are still. So you can see a month ago they used like going fucking a downhill.
Maybe if I go to someone else's thing.
Mine is 14.38% past month.
1 month. Okay. So
past month? So
I can do
February
past month.
to
And then if I go from, I can't see where they were, but it's definitely
you start from
oh no,
5th of
here we go, here we go.
February to today. The best.
I think I can choose days.
They're a Japanese company. They don't care about anything else. They just as it works, it works.
Jesus Christ, can you not be a deadly thing going on here?
It's only 3,000 yen. Do you want to buy some stocks in Needy?
Mm. Okay. All right, I
Shut
got
the fuck up. Okay,
I
go
will
on.
screenshot the chart that I got. This is for 3 months because it's the best one I can find at the moment.
I have for a month.
But yeah.
Look at that hair.
I'm going to send it to you, and I'm gonna also put it on screen. Hold on. There you are.
Yeah, no, guys, that is basically what you send it to the
This is the
chat.
3-month one I found.
Send it to
Yeah,
the
I'll do that too.
chat here instead in the and not to me.
I'll do that. Hold on.
Then I can show it on stream for no reason.
Open chat. What?
You know, chat.
Oh, it's showing up on the other window. Hold on. It's showing up on the other window. There we go.
Yeah, so guys, that is the 3 month. Like, I mean, they were going
You want
down.
to just show that on yeah.
But did they do another graduation like 3 months ago or no? Was that?
I don't remember. Also, my fucking God, computer. Calm down. Jesus Christ. The whole thing was freaking the fuck out because I did that.
Quick question, can I get into the chat from here? I don't remember if I can do it on phone.
I think you can.
I can't find Joe. Okay.
Screenshots, March. Okay, this.
Oh fuck.
Oh. You got.
Hi. Wait, what? Oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna do something real quick, guys. I'm gonna leave the call for 2 seconds. Because apparently I can't get into the chat without joining the call. I can also apparently not hear Saul. I am now on phone. Let's see if I can quit the stage. Join the stage.
Peter, and then I'll
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
All right, turn your thing back on. There you go.
Camera.
Let's wait for it to load. Come on, camera. Camera. There you go. It's not at all facing you.
No. Okay.
There you go.
As
Is that your old play? What the hell? Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh, anyway. All right. Let me. I don't know. It's completely different lighting and everything there. Okay. For my stream, here's the 3-month. You can tell it went pretty fucked. Yeah, I think that first divot, like the first like down, was actually when this really started happening. It did go up for a bit, but then went right back down. Yeah,
No, that
rough.
is in February, like in middle of February. That's for
Both of which didn't go well. Okay.
But yeah, no, this dip here at the end, guys. Like for that one, it's like where we are on my chart. Cause that was just
yeah.
like they just died. And they have not gained ground since.
Not really. A lot of people are basically getting part of the whole sink the yacht thing at this point. It's like they're getting like full on boycotted. Uh,
I have seen.
in a sense, most people who got boycotted was everyone who retweeted the post about the stream, which a lot of people have said that it could possibly be just because uh, because the company or management got on their account and retweeted it. So
That's
maybe
what
it's not
people.
entirely their fault, but
I
still.
suspect the company because if you read every single like quote reply,
Oh yeah. That's another thing too. Yeah, there's a little thing to find out if it was management or not, because the different keyboards that are being used, like I think like phone wise or even like actual PC keyboard,
yeah, but
the
people say
comma.
that could be just phone also.
It could be, but it's noticed that every single one that is allegedly a company one uses the exact same comma, while every other one that the person themselves has made has always been a different comma. And that's
Yeah,
on everybody so far.
but what also what I suspect why is because everything says the same thing. Like if you look at it,
Lovely.
it looks like they're saying kind of the similar thing in a different phrasing. It's like go watch
Yeah.
this, blah blah blah. This is good. You have to watch this basically. Like you should watch this. Like and it's like in the same tone basically, but in like a little bit different words, so it looks like it's not the same tweet. But we know it's the same tweet.
Hmm.
So yeah. And
Yeah.
after, of course, Needy lost everything.
Yeah. There's not too much to go on about after all that, but yeah, that's essentially what happened. I think the only person people even trust at the moment is Scarl, but I don't know. Even since then, I don't know if anything's changed. But at the time, that's mainly who everyone trusted. Is like, they're probably okay. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But yeah, no, a lot of companies and fan artists just said, we are not supporting Needy anymore.
Oh yeah, a lot of companies, specifically the like a lot of merch people and everything, they're just like, we're no longer going to support Niji at all now.
And
So they
an
just like cut
indie
off support
dev.
completely. Yeah,
An
indie dev as well. So there's a lot of people.
I just saw one indie dev that's just like, I'm not gonna let them play my game. Everyone else, you're fine. Needy, fuck you. And I was like, that's good. Because that's why Doggy couldn't play Neopets, by the way, guys. It's because apparently VTuber agencies, they need so many permissions that it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really rough. It makes no damn sense, honestly, but it's the way they work, the way they do things.
I think it's because they're Japan, most of them.
Okay.
I think as I said, it's the Japan side of it that is the issue with that, because I think it's like their laws that makes it that
Yeah.
they rather have knowledge that they can do it instead of getting a copyright claim and then be like, oh, we can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Starting to think they have no fucking pull at all, which that's supposed to be the whole point of a company, of a corpo thing, like corporation when it comes to VTuber, is like to have someone who will help you with these situations. Like, you need funding, here's your funding. You're in a sticky situation in terms of copyright, we'll help you out. We'll have our lawyers to help you out. It seems like they don't do fucking shit. Like, they will not help you whatsoever. If you get into a mess, it's your fault. And it's your problem. And it's just like, what the fuck? All worthless.
A little bit like you.
Hmm?
Hmm?
What?
Huh?
I have no idea what you said.
Don't worry about it.
Somehow like you. I don't know. That's all I heard.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. But anyway, that's honestly at this point, that's kind of all we have much to talk about. Doki at this point has been streaming more and more. More stuff going on. Has a bunch of cool things she's doing. Mainly, I think the main game she's playing that's like, continuously is Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, I think
There's some other games she's playing too.
she's trying to bait the game.
But yeah, she's like that's the main story single player game she's playing right now.
Yeah.
Every other game so far has just been like, casual stuff
She's
to do
gonna
now
play
and
with
then.
Emily at some point this week.
Yeah. Otherwise, she's had some decent collabs. I mean, she's played a bit with some. Apparently, she's played with her old team in Apex, like the the new life version. Like that kind of whole situation. Everyone like being a whole new VTuber, new identity. Like yeah, no, she probably has that now.
That's also apparently
else?
an issue with.
Issue with the what?
The VTuber company is basically to help you. It's basically just the company that hires you for doing something. It's not because you're a VTuber. It's just a company that hires you basically. So, so when you have issues that normally that if you don't work for anyone, you have to deal with yourself. Like,
Also, I just want to mention something. So to start off with Doki, they were trying to figure, she was trying to figure out like what would the fan name be, and a bunch of the chat wanted it to be Freebird. She couldn't understand why whatsoever, and for some odd reason, I think it was because like her Twitch was still set up or something. Somebody put in the song Freebird, and it played on stream for like a few seconds. She stopped it, but here's the problem. She got monetization after that stream. However, because of Freebird, that entire stream cannot be monetized. That stream has 1.4 million views right now. And every other of her streams are in just like the hundreds of thousands, like from 200,000 to 400,000, stuff like that. That was a huge stream, her first one back. She cannot monetize it thanks to the people who played that song. And out of spite, she said that the fan name cannot be Freebird. She said, nope, you're not fucking getting it. But funnily enough, she took back her original her fan name. So now everyone's Dragoons, which is the same as before. Because as she
yeah,
said,
it's not like
can't copyright a word.
Yeah, and it's not like Ninja can do anything about that.
I mean, it's not a made-up word either. It's a legitimate word that actually exists in the dictionary. So, yeah no, they can't copyright it.
Trying to copyright it.
Can't do it. It's like the fucking Fine Bros trying to copyright the word react. It doesn't work.
Does anyone fucking copyright react? Cause holy fuck, we need to remove that word. Yeah.
No, I want to go back to stuff. Hold on. Doing. Having fun over there?
No.
Yeah, I figured as much.
You're gonna copyright fluff.
What?
No. I'm reading my chat.
I know, but I'm trying to say like what, as in like what are they talking about? Or who? I don't know. Just like it's part of the fucking conversation.
No, but I don't want to use copyright it because she likes using the word.
All right.
Copyright the whole fucking dictionary. Oh god, that's gonna be fucking annoying. It's gonna be like, yeah, you see, your video has my words in it. So, you have to pay me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's basically all there is mainly to
Copyright
say.
the
Like,
word
she's done a few
dictionary.
things here and there. I don't think that's gonna work out well for you. You
That
can
would be
try.
perfect. Because no one can talk about reading in the dictionary if it's copyrighted.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they say the moment they're like, hey, look it up in the dictionary, it's like,
Yeah. Not a good idea. But okay, that's about all we can really say about that topic. It was a meaty topic. And an hour and 50. Which, you know what, actually? We might be able to do this other half. It's a big topic too, but that was half the stream of our usual 3 hour, max. Because we decided during the reboot that from now on, if we run out of topics, we can end as long as it's over like an hour and a half. Like that's the best minimum. But other than that, you know,
I mean, if
we
we
can stop
are
whenever.
so fucking bad. Cecily. Wait, Cecily. Wait, Sassy. Is that the Sassy I know from Sassy? Is that the Sassy I know?
Possibly.
Because Cecily.
Why do my thing to there?
Hi, Sassy. That I probably know. You missed the whole
It is.
VTuber
I'm pretty sure.
topic.
Hi.
No, wrong Sassy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, completely.
Mm.
Got it.
Yeah, no, completely missed the whole VTuber topic. We're
Yeah.
now on to the part that actually irks me the hell off right now.
But apparently,
This
I'm
is
gonna
me.
have to be the devil's advocate here. Actually, I'm not. I
fuck?
just like fucking with people.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Don't you fucking know? Bad.
Are you bullying your chat? Didn't
No,
you?
you.
What do you mean? Do you not want me to be the devil's advocate?
Devil's advocate, you motherfucker. don't steal my shit.
It's a word. I can't.
Anyway.
What do you mean?
I know. I want to copyright the word devil. You can't use it in my presence.
How dare you use my words? Haven't you heard that I'm telling people to stop copying me being tired? Like, how dare you copy me?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. In my chat, you are now you are known as Silly. Got it.
Hi, Sassy. How is Sassy doing? See, I care about Soul's chat. I don't give a fuck about my chat. I care about Soul's chat.
Hair. I literally fucking I saw right as the first poster, like I saw in the corner of my thing, so I see my preview, I see the chat message pop up and immediately went over to look. I'm like, oh hello. I was going to, but you took the words already, so it's like, well, no point in me saying hi. If you're already saying hi, it's hi for us both.
Wow,
Anyway.
so you're saying you should.
But you already said hi.
We are podcasting about podcasting.
Well, a podcast. I mean, it's in the title, game and podcast. That's the main thing. Except so far, we mainly talked about VTuber stuff because nerdum. It's a nerd podcast. We talk about nerd shit. Okay, show.
Podcasting about podcasting.
Yeah, no, it seems accurate, doesn't it? Okay.
I mean, we are gonna go into conspiracy theories later on. What's our plans?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. We're gonna become every other fucking podcast, apparently. So here's the thing. Yeah, the next topic is a bit of a big one that actually pisses me the hell off quite considerably. So Nintendo. Do I need to say anything more? Nintendo.
Yep.
Absolute assholes.
Be
Funny
done
enough,
here.
we started this podcast talking about the Direct. Now we're gonna fucking pour hot coffee over their asses. So yeah, no.
But I have bad news. Apparently, what could possibly be wrong?
Everything.
The $60 price tag on a game tag
on every fucking game that's like 10 years old. like 10-year-old games that are still like 60, $70. Like, come on, dude. Anyway. So yeah, to start this off, this started apparently February 27th, but it could have been a bit earlier. Actually, no, hold on, the dates right here. I think they have a date
Don't
on
get me
it.
started.
I'm looking at the original document. February 21st. That's what it is. They started this about February 21st. Filed February 26th. Okay.
A file to dismiss this.
Typing. Notion rejected. Anyway. So, Nintendo, yeah, being the assholes they are, decided to sue the creators of the Switch emulator Yuzu. Which apparently is called Tropic Haze. I didn't even know that. That's a fun name. But Tropic Haze are suing them, people who created Yuzu, the Nintendo Switch emulator, saying that their tech illegally circumvented Nintendo's software encryption and facilitates piracy. And they were seeking damages for alleged violations and the shutdown of the emulator. So to get into the meat, I guess what they said, the meat and potatoes of it, I guess. I don't know who the fuck started that phrase, but all right.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
But Nintendo basically has stated essentially that Yuzu violated all that, that their emulator facilitated piracy because Tears of the Kingdom, their new Zelda game came out. But before it came out, it got leaked. Here's the thing: it got leaked, and a bunch of people were using Yuzu to play it. Over maybe 1 million copies, according to Nintendo. And apparently that's it. That's the reason. That's the big reason, is because Yuzu was being used to play these pirated copies of a game that didn't even come out yet. So, Nintendo was pretty damn pissed about it. It's like, first of all, it's been a bit since the damn game even came out, and now you're getting pissy? So there's that. And then there's the other bit saying that the software encryption, it circumvents that. Not really, because everything needs to be dumped. The firmware and the keys, like the product keys, all have to be dumped from a Switch. Has to be dumped from a Switch, from the actual hardware. So do the games. Everything has to be dumped from the Switch itself. And considering this was filed by Nintendo of America, this goes off of American law, in a sense, not Japan. It goes off of American, and in America, it is perfectly legal to dump copyrighted content if you own it. Like, if you have purchased it yourself, you are allowed to dump the content.
But that's not the issue here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's fine. But to be fair, a lot of people, yes, they did pirate Tears of the Kingdom to play on there before it even came out. And they're saying, oh, it's Yuzu's fault. It's not. It's Nintendo's fault for not fucking getting a better damn shit.
It's at least.
It's not Yuzu's fault.
I have to side with Nintendo, sadly. Hi.
Yeah, but it's not, though. That's the thing. It's really not Yuzu's fault. What could they do? Yeah, they're a fucking emulator that can play Switch games. That doesn't mean that it's their fault that someone else pirates games. It's not even their fault, because they themselves have said they don't want people pirating, and basically say, hey, here's how you do it. You don't do it this way, no fuck support, nothing. And if you are like getting one of their early access copies, they can block you from getting such copies for pirating. Like, no, you don't get any of this shit. They'll just like cut you off completely if you try to pirate. That was their whole thing. They didn't want you to do it. Like, Yuzu did not want that whatsoever. They wanted everything to be completely legal and dumped.
So I have a later a tweet here from someone that don't make me feel like this is wrong, but for making rounds and distributing them between the user devs. I think that's illegal. I don't think you're allowed to distribute ROMs. You're allowed to dump them, not give them out.
They were never distributing.
They have proof of it. Here was the thing. They went after Juicer because... And then we have another thing which is a big other problem.
What the
User,
hell you're talking about?
uh,
Probably better to DM me
hold on. About to.
because it's probably easier for me to see that. So I can't go to the chat, the main chat of that, because that's not how that works.
The issue is they have access to games that is not even released, which is they have a time to make games before they're released, which again you need to dump the ROM.
Wait, what? That's not the. Hold on.
I have
Okay, well, the first picture means absolutely nothing.
the making ROMs is completely
Everything.
legal.
Telemetry makes sense. That's perfectly fine. Huh.
I think Nintendo had a lot of legal grounds for once. They didn't just kick them in
Hold
the.
on a minute. Where does it exactly say that they were distributing ROMs between each other? Because nowhere does it ever say that.
No, but I think it's implied. Cause why would they?
I mean, yeah, they could probably get on the fucking release day because they're all devs, and that's the whole idea: is go on release day, buy the game, and it's also possible that maybe there is a dev there who even gets an early copy to also help out. It's not that they're distributing between each other. They can easily all get the game and then dump it. They obviously all have a modded Switch.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing where this person's coming from. Because again, that's not really what that was going on anyway. If their whole bit is to say that, especially because they do it on release day, if that's the only bit that they say, yeah,
That's
I'm not getting
still
that.
like they. Mm,
Before the game's released in the United States, there's other people in the fucking. There are other people other than in the US that were working on it, and they could easily get it working in their place. They don't need to distribute it. They just have to have one or two people where it's released. They work on it, and they don't need to distribute it at all. They're just working on the emulator there, and it just there you go. And sometimes maybe it didn't even need any work. It could just work. You don't know. It could just straight work. They never gave it out to anybody.
well, yeah. Did you?
I don't know. Point is, I don't see that as a whole thing at all. But
Yeah, but the issue is that they still had access to, like, I think they also don't. I think they broke a few lot. I think, and a lot of people says the user is not good. The devs are not good at
yeah,
all.
but there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are gonna randomly shit on them because they're fucking Nintendo fanboys and all that other bullshit.
I'm not.
They're gonna say it anyway. Okay, but you're just reading stuff and going off of that. That's all you're doing. You're reading their takes instead of the whole picture.
So the whole picture is that a lot of people don't like users dev, but they didn't care about Citra, which is also an emulator. But they care about users devs, not which is the same as that made Citra, which ironically was good. The thing problem was that users devs. So here's another thing. Keep in mind that user team has a history of stealing code and has been paywalling builds. That's also bad.
They haven't. They actually haven't.
So there's no proof of that.
They don't really paywall the builds because you can easily get on GitHub very easily right after. And the source is already there. The whole idea of it, of the paywall, is literally just for their donation feed. That was it. Because you can easily go to their GitHub and just get it. The same fucking builds. There was no paywall. It was just as a donation situation. That was it. Maybe at the very least, all they did was make it where it's like the build, like the artifact, that was given. Like, like it's like, hey, pay, like, we'll just give you a pre-built, there you go. But you could build it yourself by going to the source. There you go, you have it already. Good to go.
Yeah.
So really, it didn't paywall anything. Like I said, the Patreon was literally just for support. There's nothing else. There's not, hey, pay to get this better feature. But no one ever gets that. They even have a whole thing, the Yuzu mainline GitHub. It's their newest shit right there. Which, granted, it's not there anymore because they took it down. But we'll get to that. Which, to be fair, you did also talk out of order. We didn't even get to the part. We just said they were getting sued.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that the whole part about them being sued? Because
yeah, but that's after. That's after. What you're talking about now, that's after. We're saying that they were getting sued for the other bit and other stuff like that. Point is, after a few days, Yuzu settled and decided that they didn't want to take on the endless amount of money that Nintendo has. So they just said, fuck it, we're done.
That is the major issue. That's the one issue I have, though, is I don't care. I don't think Yuzu is good.
Even if you're wrong, I mean, that's the thing, though. Even if you are wrong, it doesn't really matter. If someone has, like, however much Nintendo has, they have that much fucking money. It's like, it doesn't matter if Nintendo is 100% in the wrong and they can easily be thrown over. They have too much money to fight. You have to step down at that point.
Yeah. That's the only issue I have with Nintendo, though. It's like, they don't care if you're right or wrong. Like, Yuzu might be wrong. Yuzu might have been half wrong. Like, it's just they can't fight it. For the small reason that they don't have the money. I don't feel like Yuzu could have won 100% anyways, but I think when it comes to the code of Nintendo, if they have any of the code from Nintendo, they lose.
Which they don't. Judging from the source and everything, what everybody's going through, it's like they don't really have anything. They may have one thing, which is the one thing they probably like went off about. It's like it's not the encrypting part, not even really the decrypting part. It's like the part of like the product keys, just to like, hey, if you have the product keys that are required from the Switch, you have to dump those yourself, and the firmware, you have to dump that yourself. It's like, yeah, you might need, like, it might have just one little thing that kind of pushes through, but even then, who's to say that's even from Nintendo? It could be, and that might be their only fault. But that's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty much theirs. And anything else Nintendo wise, which, like I said, the games, the keys, the firmware, a bunch of other little bits, all that has to be dumped from a Switch. Like, you have to do that yourself. Yes, you could pirate all of those things, but that wasn't the point. They gave you specific, like, links to say, hey, do this shit yourself. Don't get it from somebody else.
Yeah. But another thing I have issues with is we mentioned Tears of the Kingdom specifically. That game is
they mentioned Tears of the Kingdom specifically, and it's like the only reason why is because it's probably their biggest amount of evidence they have, because the rest of it they don't have. Like, it's like they can't really go off of the other ones, because I mean, yes, it probably happened, but they don't know. But Tears of the Kingdom, the problem is because it went off of a leak, and that was before it released anywhere, and a bunch of people pirated it and went for it, and they had it like a week or two before the game even released because of Nintendo's fault. And this happened a while ago with another game too. I forget the name of it, but it got leaked, and that shit happened. To be fair, I think at this point, Nintendo needs to start looking fucking inward and like, hey, fix your leak problem.
But
for fuck's sake, your games keep getting fucking leaked because you're a dumbass.
Here's why I think Nintendo did something weird, is why a year or something after the release of Tears of the Kingdom. Like if
I don't know. That's the thing too. It's like it's been a bit, but again, it's their current game in terms of Zelda still being worked on or update wise. You know, like post
yeah,
on update. They're probably still working on DLC and shit, but again, it was just like it's their biggest thing, saying that over 1 million people got the game before it even released. So yeah, no, I get it. But their main thing people are leeching onto here is apparently that it's like that's not users' fault for them doing that, and it's not necessarily users' fault for the game being playable. It's not like
I
Yuzu
think
has to
what
put in
users
code
should
to
have
make it
done
playable.
is wait until the game was released before they added it to.
They didn't. That's the thing. It's not them. Like the work on other stuff, like every other game, can seep into allowing that game to be played. That's the problem. Is that the game was playable, still pretty fucking broken beforehand. It's like, they didn't really add any, like, they didn't add stuff themselves. They didn't get the part the games themselves and work on the game. They didn't touch it until the game came out. It's that it was already working because of everything else they've already done. So they didn't put in support for Tears of the Kingdom until after.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. It's the fact that they worked on other games and that just made it work.
I think they also have it's because the open source code. I think Nintendo doesn't
That too.
like that.
I mean, there's a bit of that too. What big company loves open source? Every big company hates open source. They think that it's the fucking horrible shit of like, oh hey, anyone can have this, anyone can do whatever the fuck they want, and it's a huge fucking bad thing. My God, I'm not the kind of person who like. I know people who absolutely hate anything closed source, and they will damn it to hell and will never fucking use it. They'll use open source all for everything. That I kind of think you're just being petty. You're just being petty as shit if you're gonna do that.
Keeping some of your code secret is good, but like.
Yes and no. I mean, it depends on what you're doing.
I mean, if you want to keep, I mean, like if
the whole good thing about having an open source is for one, community contribution. That is a good thing, and then having it to where if the main people just decide they want to stop, in that case, literally just them deciding to stop, then someone else can take it up and keep going. It's just the problem now that it's not a good idea in this case for a few reasons, which I'll get into in just a second. Again, that to loop back to the point, they settled from Nintendo, or the Nintendo lawsuit. They decided to settle for $2.4 million, I should say. That is their settlement agreement. It's $2.4 million. It's how much Yuzu has to pay Nintendo. And at the same time, because of what happened to Yuzu, they decided they're just going to stop with Citra. Citra they didn't care. Nintendo did not care about that. It's just that Yuzu, they're the same devs, so they decided we'll just stop.
I think it's because the lawsuit mentions Nintendo stuff, and I think Citra gets.
I mean, the thing is, though, it's like Citra. And that's the thing. It has already been said that Citra has no standing. What is it? This lawsuit has nothing against Citra. There's nothing that says no about it. There's nothing bad against it. They could have kept going with Citra. It wouldn't matter. The problem is they don't want to. They say if they took Yuzu down, probably a good idea. Let's just stop Citra. That was it. They just stopped it entirely. There was no actual reason for it. It was just collateral damage. That's all it was.
So as they change their name in your Discord to silly.
Of course. Speaking of, my God. So there is that.
Hold on, let me get what they say in the they cover all third party acting in active concern with blah blah offering to the blah 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 blah.
Blah blah blah. What?
Oh, okay, no, it's just use it concerns. It's not anything. Had it been Nintendo property, it was. Wait, let me see here. Does it mention Nintendo?
There's nothing about Nintendo proper. I think it was just Switch wise. There was nothing about Nintendo property. Or at least nothing saying everything Nintendo property.
Okay,
There's
wait,
nothing about
the
that.
core furthest orders percent, blah blah, up on Nintendo, blah blah blah. This T-RAM, Hikata, Atmosphere, Lockpick, RCA, and all Linux cryptographic keys, including the prod keys and all other electronic material within the defendant or its members' custody.
Which again was not something they included with the software.
Kind of violence within original. Yeah.
It wasn't something that they included. They kept that away. It's like, nope, you got to get that yourself. Though they try to pin it, saying like, oh, hey, if your software can use these keys, it's like, to be fair, it's not like it's that difficult. I think anyone could figure that out. The point is like, it's the key to make it work. It's not too difficult. Everyone else has already done it in every other situation, every other emulator. They've already figured that out once they get the key. I'll admit there are situations where this goes wrong. For example, the last time, I think we talked about it, the Dolphin emulator at some point where Nintendo got on, well, they didn't tell them anything. It's just that they basically said like, hey, your Wii, like the Wii keys, like the way for like to decrypt the Wii games is in the Dolphin emulator, so please take that out. That's basically all that happened. Is like, they made it to where that wasn't a thing now. So it's not included. So that was a bit of a misstep. I agree with that one on Nintendo's behalf. It's like, I agree with that because, yeah, maybe they should make that a dump thing. I get it. But with this, I don't understand a single little bit of it. I don't know what they're going on about.
Here's the thing, I think companies should stop caring about old games. Like, if you're not gonna make them anymore,
Old games, I don't fucking get it. Yeah, I don't get it either. Because that's the whole point of this situation. Why people are also pissed is because it's the whole point is like preservation and like trying to keep things, alive, or like keep it around so people can get it if possible.
And now
because
we
if a
get
game is no longer
the
being
second part of
developed,
this conversation. Actually,
it's a bit of a shit. Yeah, no, we're gonna get to that here in just a second. It's just like I don't know.
I think we could start
to go
with
on
the second part of our conversation now. To be honest, because
because I mean, usually we're into that point. I will say this much also, something else to note. With the Yuzu lawsuit, so distributing any of Yuzu's source code is also technically illegal. I was gonna say now, there's a lot of people who still have it.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people still have it. They also forked it on GitHub, so there's a lot of forks still available. That's technically illegal. Yeah. No, my luck, I probably have old code sitting around somewhere. So who knows?
I mean, as long as you don't distribute them.
I still have the emulators on it. I still have the emulators.
Yeah,
I have the latest versions too.
I do think you're allowed to have the emulators as long as you don't distribute it, because then they can't do anything.
Also, I'm gonna fucking out it. I don't care, because fuck it. If anyone wants to have a whole thing, wants to go for it, they made there's already forks that are like getting popular credit. I don't know if they're working on it, but they're apparently popular now. Yuzu get forked into Nuzu. No, I'm not joking. That's the name of it. Nuzu. I think there's another one called Yu. I don't remember, but something like that. Yeah. There you go. Figure that out yourself. Figure it out. But other than that, we'll get into our second topic here that's a part of this in a sense. I'll just name the topic piracy. Is it actually good or not? It depends. That's the overall answer. It depends. Like we were just saying a second ago, older games, like old games and such, they're impossible to find and possibly no longer
possible to buy at all. Even if you're lucky to find them in some like basement in some.
Like, if you literally search up, like there's I looked at, like I saw a post of this earlier. It was like a GameCube game, or no. It was Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon Black or Black 2. I forget. For DS for $300.
That's fucking
Yeah,
almost my
no.
rent.
Like that's like basically the script. It's like $300 just for like I think Pokemon Black 2 on DS. No, that game is not being made anymore. That game is not being officially distributed anymore, and it costs that much secondhand. So the idea is that a lot of these games right now are all getting scalped, all the older games, and piracy in this sense is the only way to preserve the game without having to spend enormous amount of fucking money for a game that Nintendo would never get paid for anymore anyway. The only time it matters is if they actually bring it back in some way, which we'll say, for example, Diamond and Pearl. They did make remakes of those. They're fucking god awful, but yeah, they did make remakes of those on the Switch.
I want to do a little bit of a forking here real quick to something related to Pokemon. Pokemon Z, A, or whatever it was called. I don't know. Pokemon Legends Z,
ZA?
whatever it was called.
Oh, yeah, ZA, yeah.
People
Saying it for the people who don't use Z.
Z.
Also, because your accent makes it sound like you say Zed, and it's like instead of Zed, so it's like it's also a little confusing for some. There you go.
Bloody Americans and their nonsense.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we don't use fucking Zed. What the fuck kind of name thing is that?
Proper English.
How? I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't work with me.
Yeah, well, you're American.
Moving on.
You're special.
I didn't really watch much of it.
Nor did
I just know some like
I just
techie.
heard about it, but
It seemed techie.
I'm excited about it though.
It does look nice though. I'll agree. Like it does look kind of nice. I mean, I did like what I've played of Arceus, and I know it's supposed to be like a sequel situation to it because it's Z Arceus basically.
So it's Zygarde. I think it's meant to be People speculated it's Zygarde, basically, because said.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But my problem there is that I don't.
You've not beaten Arceus yet, have you?
No, I haven't touched it in a long time. It's like I played like a little bit of it. I'm like, I'm done. I just never really want to play much Switch games. I don't really care much for them that much. There's only like 2 or 3 games I actually honestly like on Switch. Past that, I'm done. I don't care that much for it.
God, and it's Zelda. I think all 3 of them is Zelda.
There's a Mario. I do actually like Wonder. I do like Wonder. By the way,
Don't
yeah,
bully
right.
Game Freak stuff, or don't bully Nintendo for Game Freak stuff. I'm gonna bully Nintendo either way. It doesn't matter if it's Game Freak or not.
Yeah, Game Freak is also bullshit.
Especially late.
But, you know.
So when are we getting
Game Freak is
Gen
also
10
an
or
absolute dumb shit. Right? We keep getting freaking Gen -5. I think we're at -2 right now. Because you think no, -1. Because -2 would be the
no, Zed
Arceus,
would be
and then -1 would be
no, Arceus would be
because ZA is supposed to be the sequel to Arceus, I believe. So it'd be like -2 is the.
We don't know what generation we are on anymore.
Point is, that could be like -500. I don't fucking know. It's a long ass time. Oh, we're talking about Goopoo. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking dumb.
But yeah. Nintendo's bullshit.
Always. They've never been great.
Well,
even when they made toys, I'm sure they were bullshit.
Oh yeah, so I was having a conversation about defending bad companies yesterday. So I mentioned our dear daddy Microsoft and mommy Sony. Only reason why Sony is a mommy is because they are bitches. Remember that. PlayStation and Sony is bitches. Yes,
that's terminology for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I said that
Nintendo.
Nintendo is basically great grandpa.
I don't know. They act like a fucking child half the time too. Then again, it could be like a grandpa because of the way they fucking talk down to people all the damn time.
No,
That's what I
great
honestly.
grandpa, because
I gotta
they're
be
like
honest.
fucking 200
Well,
years
I know
old.
that they've been here since like the 1800s, I think. But
I think
the
1885.
problem with me when it comes to Nintendo is that it's like I always feel like there's some condescending fucking manner whenever they ever say anything. I get the idea that Nintendo's mainly like, target audience is like a younger audience, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of just condescending as hell the way they talk or the way they do anything. Any like announcement on a video game or whatever else, it's like that, and you could call them like the great grandpa because they're trying to fucking fit in and say stupid shit. It's like, yeah, no, you're just making asses of yourself.
1889 as Nintendo Kopai by craftsman Fusajiro Yamauchi and produced handmade Hanafuda playing cards. See guys, here's the reason why Nintendo doesn't make a good, well-made console. They're a toy company. They are not a tech company.
Pretty much.
And that's why you get an overpowered iPad from them, not the fucking...
Well, Android tablet, because it is actually based around Android. So
Android is also an overpowered iPad. Do they even make iPads anymore?
Yeah, I think they do.
Does it cost like 3,500?
Possibly. Jesus Christ, the amount of
So
games
when are you
here.
getting the Apple Vision Pro?
Fucking never.
Well, it's only $350.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, was it 3,500 for it?
Oh no. Wait a minute. Or
I
was
don't
my
know,
folly on something?
No, it's actually 3,500. Guys, if you want an Apple Vision Pro, remember, it's only $3,000. Well, 3,500.
Oh, it's full on. Oh, that ain't good.
Well, he's dying.
No, I just might have done something that I'm gonna live to regret.
Well, you did become friends with me, and...
Well, shit.
Yeah, well, you should thought about
good.
that. Yeah, I know.
No. Just I deleted a bunch of stuff. It's like, I realize I need to be careful with my deleting.
Yeah. We're back to piracy. Guys, do not pirate games. It's illegal.
But but if it's old enough and you can't get anywhere else except to fucking pay out a mortgage, maybe you should consider.
Guys, don't be illegal unless you need to.
Don't be illegal unless the system's being illegal by doing this to you. If the system was illegal first, then you're all good.
So I'm allowed to shoot cops. Got it.
What do you get that at?
Because they shoot people for no
that.
reason, which is illegal. I mean, they shoot at
acorns because
nowadays.
they never get anything out of it.
I mean, they fucking start shooting at acorns nowadays.
Shit on for it, so.
Exactly. So if they can do illegal shit, why can't I?
Because apparently they're hired by state, so fuck if I know.
Well, so it's the wait, I was gonna say the military, but I remember they also shoot people for no reason, especially if they have oil.
Run that shit again, and I hate it.
Older games is definitely like I said this to other people. It's like preferably buy games if you can.
I'll say this: if there's a way to buy it and it's perfectly okay, like let's say games on Steam or even on a console or something, it's like, yeah, no, buy it, do that, definitely do that. That's the point. It's like if you can, and it's like within reasonable pricing of if a game is 60, $70, whatever, save up your money and get it.
Yeah.
Pay for the damn thing.
Don't care if it's
But I'm
like
saying if it's an old game that's like $400 or $500 for a fucking cartridge, probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
That's on you though. You do you. If you want to spend that much money for the original shit, go on ahead. I just gonna say
feel like
that it's your money.
only reason I would spend on it is because I collect stuff. So that's the only reason I would ever want to buy it.
Say you ever want to die? What? Because I didn't hear buy. I heard the word die.
Buy.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice my life to get a cartridge.
You might as well for that price. You're fucking already giving a blood sacrifice.
Yeah, but I'm gonna sacrifice someone else.
Oh, okay.
Why would I sacrifice myself for it?
Yeah, of course.
Didn't you say that we should commit crimes for that price?
Look, don't use my words. Don't twist my fucking words.
I'm twisting the devil's words.
That, the reason why this whole conversation started is
I think it
it started this comic. There's an anti-piracy comic that started. Let's see. This was posted on the 23rd of last month. That I was discussing this issue with friends. It's frustrating when I'll hear some people get mad that their shows get canceled, yet they were watching or downloading it illegally, and those views and downloads now in the millions these days don't count for the show's ratings at all. So it basically just has a comic of someone saying like, their favorite thing got canceled and blah, blah, blah. They're trying to explain, it really sucks and all that. It's like, oh, hey, at least you watched it, legally, bought their merch and other stuff to support it. It's like, oh, no, the friend didn't do any of that stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, there's also another issue when it comes to, say, movie and TV show piracy. Why that exists is because of either one, shitty ass fucking streaming services that are just like, they either want you to pay an arm or leg just to watch that one on a specific tier, or maybe it's not available in your country, but it is on other countries, or whatever else. For licensing issues, for example.
In Europe, we don't have tiers because I think they are not allowed to.
Here.
Yeah, well,
because they actually have a thing now here where, let's say on Netflix, for example, they have the ads plan and the no ads plan. Now I'm gonna sort of mention something about this first, but the idea is that, if you have the ads plan, you can't watch certain movies or TV shows. It'll say, hey, upgrade to the next tier, like upgrade to the next, the no ads plan in order to watch this. And it's like, okay, that's kind of stupid. In a way, I get people getting upset with that. And another way, it's like, you have to think about it from the original, like, people who own that movie or TV show. It's like, maybe they don't want ads playing on their content. That's the problem. But then, of course, Netflix is the one being shady about it. It's just like, the copyright holders themselves probably, we don't want ads from something else, like, you guys getting revenue from our thing. So, no, we won't allow it on the ads plan. But Netflix is just like, oh, we want ads anyway. So, fuck it. I guess just they have to pay more in order to watch your thing then. Like that. That's it. That's the reasoning behind.
But yeah, no, I don't think they can do that here in the same way. Like we don't have tiered anything. Like we have 3 plans for Netflix. It's like the tier 1, which is basically one screen. Tier 2, which is 2 screens, and then tier 3, which is 4 screens. I don't know why there's not a tier for 3 screens, but
I'm at that rate if you have 2, but I'll go for 4. Like, if you want 3, have one of them share. Oh, we don't really have screens either.
No,
We
I'm
don't have that
watching.
because we have the other problem. We have the other problem, which is, oh hey, if you are going to be using our thing, yeah, no, you cannot share a password with anybody, so no other screen.
No, you can't share
I mean,
outside your
I
household.
guess, like,
That's
yeah,
the
there's
issue.
that, but I still think I still think that's stupid. Because at that point, it's like if it's a family thing, it's like, then you're paying enough money to
Here's
have it to where you
no.
can have
Here
the other
is
person
what I
watch it
am
too.
having. Here's what I told someone else. It you you don't lose money on it because someone
No?
pays, say, for four monitors at the same time. You're still getting that payment. Who cares where the monitors are?
Yeah. Also, actually, now I'm thinking about it, yes, they do have the tiers do count in that sense of like, how many people are watching at the same time. But yeah. But still, yeah, no. He's dumb.
Netflix with ads is very common in America. I think Netflix always have had an ad tier in
Not
America.
always. Well, yes, but at the same time, it's like I don't know.
I think
It's
a
not been like
lot
a
of your streaming services did. Like I know
what?
Hulu always had like a ad tier,
Yeah, Hulu had ads. Yeah,
and then you bought if you bought the more expensive tier, you got ad free. Like
yeah. I mean, hey, I can't complain right now because Netflix is included in my phone bill.
yay,
It's the it's the ads plan, sadly, but it's free, so I don't have to pay for it.
and that why like I
That's an
know.
okay. That I was like, I'll just live with it because I'm not paying for it, so fuck it, I guess.
Here comes the other issue. A lot of these streaming services also doesn't allow VPN.
Yeah, that also is annoying because again, because the whole don't share password, a VPN counts in that situation. Otherwise, they didn't allow to begin with. But it's like their main problem again is this licensing thing, where it's like they have a license to put it in this country, they don't have a license to put it in another one, and it's like, well, if you use a VPN, you can just skip. You can watch the other stuff in another country, but they hate that because it's like, no, you're cheating, I guess.
They don't like you enjoying shit.
No. It's like, well, hell, if you got it in this country, I want to fucking go watch it in this country. I'm not gonna fucking spend $500 for the plane ticket and then $1,000 for the hotel room for a night or two just to binge watch a show in another country.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Like, no, thank
go
you.
watch the show in Japan. It's only available in
It's like, no, I
Japan.
want to go. Exactly. I want to go travel to Japan. Like I said, about $600-700 at that point for the ticket, and then triple, quadruple that just for the
No, you can get
hotel
cheap
fee.
ones, I think. Haven't you watched like
Well, Japan, yeah, actually, you can hell. They have
you can get a
certain
one
ones. There's like
star hotel for like
well, it's not even that. Like there actually are decent stuff. Like what is it? I forget what they're called. Um, it's one where shit. I don't remember what it's called actually. I forget what it is. Like there's one where it's just like you just go in. Like there's not really anything crazy. It's a place to sleep. That's it. It's like you just have a place to sleep. That's what you get, and it's like very cheap. Like it's
yeah.
extremely cheap. That's good for just like visiting and such. Like if you just want a place to sleep, that's it. And most of the time, that's you can pay by the hour is the idea. You pay by the hour instead of by the day. So it's supposed to be for people who get off from work and just want to go take a
A quick nap.
just like go take a quick nap real quick. Maybe you're on your break. On your break, go to this place, take a nap, and then go back. Just stuff like that. Like that's its whole purpose. Then you got the love hotels, which yeah. Those are also cheap, but they're probably filthy as absolute hell.
But we
In a way you
also
don't want to
have
be around.
the very interesting cafe thing. Or specifically I think is it in Shibuya?
Oh, manga cafes
No, not
or
that
something like
one.
that, or like over there. Oh, it's
Uh,
over there, but I mean,
there was a cafe with a standing sleeping pod. I think
yeah, I don't know.
Connor went to one.
I don't remember.
But it's funny because all it does is like basically you get to sit on like you better sleep sitting in a pod. And you need to
Yeah.
sit up and just like lean. It's really funny. But VPNs in most companies. Disney, I don't think care. They just say, "Hey, you're in a different country," or maybe it's Max that does that, or HBO. We don't refer to
I
them
haven't really
as
tried it
Mac.
with them. The only one I've ever tried with a VPN is Netflix, because that's the one that had
Which,
most of what I would want to go for, and now they don't like it.
yeah,
I don't even want to try it now because
here's the
it's not
thing.
even about them like not blocking it. It's about the whole sharing password shit. They'll probably think, oh, hey, if it's over here, you shared a password with somebody.
How dare they share password with someone that exists? Yeah,
How
no.
dare you pay the exact same amount as 2 accounts, and yet you are it's like, oh, you're paying as much for 2 to 3 accounts and you're sharing with 2 to 3 other people? That's illegal. Like, okay. All right, I see how it is.
Yeah, guys, you're not allowed to share the account you made with anyone. Unless they live in the same roof under the same roof as you. That's the thing I hate with Spotify. They do the same shit. It's like you can't share your account, or if you make like a do account, which is basically like a account where you can share with people, you need to live on the same address.
I never understood that shit.
You know,
It's like, oh, having to do that. It's like, I mean, I get it in a way. It's so you can all in the same house do that, but it's like, it's so dumb.
I would say that if someone if I lived with someone, yes, it makes sense that I want to share with them. Like that makes sense, but you also sometimes have friends. I think it's because some of this stuff is old. I think it was before the internet was as big as they were with like online gaming. So the idea of sharing with someone outside your home was probably slim. But now when like gaming and in general like the online thing is so big, they really need to update those rules.
True.
I also think it has with pricing to do with different countries. That one I can see be an issue why VPNs and shit doesn't want to work. Or they don't want VPNs to work.
Could be.
Only because fucking if anyone has ever bought something in a different currency than your own, it's so annoying when especially if you pay for it monthly and they follow the I don't know what's called the actual monetary value for it. So it's like if I buy something in euro and they pay that monthly, they're gonna pull that in euro, but my account is gonna see different results every month. Only because fluctuation. I did that with I had that with Discord before. I paid differently for several months only because I paid in dollars. Stop playing with your toy.
I'm not. I am doing some folder shit.
Stop playing with your folders.
No, can't make me.
Stop playing with yourself.
Play with your phone. Mm. Okay, I want to get rid of some of these games I would never even fucking play. Like, why do I bother?
I don't know. It's like when you take every fucking free games that exist.
Yeah. I just have a lot of these in here in my folder. It's like, I don't need these, and they're just taking up space. Like, I might as well just get rid of them. I need a bigger SD card, is my problem.
Yeah. But back to
Much
piracy,
money.
guys, because that
Is there
definitely.
really much to talk about left on that one, other than just saying like, hey, there is reason, but there's also not?
I would say same with shows. Well, shows is shows can be a little bit harder. Cause one, if you're
Oh, it's even worse. Oh man, that's even worse. Wait a minute. I forgot about this one. Uh
oh no,
it was to show that what is it? When it comes to a show, somebody pirated it and was like showing like, them like, having pirated copies and everything. And they're like, "Oh man, well, you're pirating the show." It's like, "You don't want to support the creators or anything?" It's like, "Uh, I am the creator." It's like, yeah, no, the creators themselves will pirate their own things because most of the time the network will not give them the episodes. It's like, how else are you supposed to do anything with it? How else are you supposed to, you know, either show anything off or maybe add it into future episodes or whatever else? It's like the network will not give them half the damn time. They have to get it themselves. They have to pirate their own fucking show. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think you're winning that one. No, I'm gonna get rid of this.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
guys, pirate your own shit.
Yeah, but your shit, what does it matter? Which reminds me, that was a thing that happened a while ago with Marty O'Donnell and everything. Granted, that was a copyright issue. It was not really a pirate issue, but even still, yeah, it's like if it's your own thing, if you are literally the copyright holder, who cares?
Guys, we do piracy here. I mean, we don't do piracy.
Okay, all right,
We-
don't do that. You're gonna get this podcast canceled before it even re-began.
Oh, I was just
Don't
thinking
do
about
that.
canceling you.
All right now.
Maybe we've just admitted that we agreed to do piracy. Why would that?
I said, with whatever it's called. I can't think of that word.
Guys, the American is trying to
Moderation.
do piracy by
moderation.
moderation.
My point is like don't even the way we said it's like with new stuff you can rightfully afford, you can easily get by purchasing the actual shit. If it's still making money, pay for it. Pay for the shit. The way I also see it in my mind is like if you paid for something, does it matter if you grab a copy that's not exactly yours after? That's a gray line. That's on you to figure out. Some say, yeah, that's okay. Others say, no, not really. I'll tell you where Nintendo stands. Nintendo stands where it's like, hey, if you bought the game, there's one copy. If you pirate the game afterwards, that's a second copy that you didn't pay for. But it's like, what if I dump my own game? No. They don't like that either. It's like, then what the fuck am I supposed to do? Play the game that we gave you, and that's it.
But I am.
Like, okay. Yeah, let's say a game, for example, like Scarlet and Violet, where the game ran like absolute fucking shit to start out with. I don't know about now. I haven't played it
Still
since.
running
It
shit.
started out like absolute fucking shit on the Switch. But if you played it on any other hardware that could actually be a better fucking hardware, it ran perfectly fine.
What? You're saying my overpowered iPad is not good?
But the worst problem is like, yeah, it's a hardware issue, but it was also a entirely different issue too, because you have games again like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Xenoblade Chronicles, all that stuff that looks immensely fucking better. Hell, even Skyrim is on the goddamn Switch. Doom Eternal, all that other stuff that runs great. Then you have
Skyrim
this, and it's like, what is wrong with you?
Everywhere, so.
I know, but I'm saying all those games run perfectly fine on Switch on the hardware, but their own game or one of their own games that's like the biggest thing for a Switch. No.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking aim those scissors at me. Nah. Don't cut my hair. No. Anyway.
You should have had toggle there where your hair just disappeared.
I do. It's just I don't have it set up right now.
See, useless
don't think I do. Hold on,
streamer.
hold on,
Guys,
hold on.
don't follow that guy. He's terrible.
If I got rid of it or not. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Fucking mother bitch. Ah, stop it. Stop. You already cut off my boobs. What more do you want?
I'm taking everything.
Lies. I can't do the rest. That's all I got.
That's all I got. That's what
I
she
can't
said.
take off the rest of my hair. This is it. It's a bang I can put on or off the middle bang.
Here's the thing though, with Nintendo, they don't give a fuck about any of their
Cut
games.
the horns.
Just cut off.
This is cursed looking, by the way. This is cursed looking. It's like it's got to be there. Hey, I could just take the coat off.
I need to beat Breath of the Wild, by the way.
I did recently.
I don't care about you,
This
okay?
was fun.
We're talking about me now.
It was fun for me.
Shut the fuck up. We're talking about me now.
Actually, there's something I do want to say, though.
Oh no, he's talking again.
So there's a problem now. It's like because of the whole Yuzu deal. I was playing Age of Calamity on that. Part of me is considering maybe I should go onto the Switch and just play up to the point, because I already had the game on Switch. It's like play up to the point that it was on and then continue on Switch, because it's at this point it's like I don't know if it's a good idea to even play it on stream that way. Play it in general, I don't fucking care. You can't stop me. Play it on stream, that's a different story. So I don't know. Considering it.
Remember when Nintendo didn't like people streaming their games?
Yeah. And then they have bullshit requirements. They're fucked up, man.
That was like, oh god, I remember that. That was like, I think they changed around, was it 18 or 19? I think it was 18.
Somewhere around there. They like it started around like 3DS period, like near end 3DS period, where at first they were just like, hey, let's maybe be a bit more lenient, but you had to be like some creator program and everything, and it's like Nintendo got a shit. It's like, hey, you got to give us a bunch of your ad revenue. It was stupid bullshit. And then when the Switch was coming out and everything, once it got pushed even more, it's like, okay, maybe we'll just be lenient about it. You can play your game. Depending. Still can't have some of the copyrighted shit in there. Otherwise they get pissed.
No. You can play our game, but you can't have our music.
Yeah. Then they forgave that, and they're like, here, you know what? Here is red and green, because it's green in Japan. Here's the entire red and green soundtrack. Use it if you want.
Yeah.
They did do that with Diamond and Pearl, but then they took that off. Like, Diamond and Pearl, you can't get it now. You can listen to it, but you can't get it. I have the entire red and green soundtrack myself, downloaded, because Nintendo officially offers it.
That's the only thing you are allowed to use that's Nintendo music.
I think so. It's just Pokemon Red and Green. It's like I'm allowed to use it now, yes. But I don't think there's anything else.
And I want fucking Lavender Town playing in the background.
Oh, that sounds like hell.
Holy fuck, we need to do that. Like just take the whole Pokemon soundtrack and put it into like Ocarina of Time.
We could do that, actually. We could actually do that, because as long as we have some sort of MIDI file or whatever, Ocarina of Time supports, like, as long as you use the right sound bank stuff. Point is, you can put other songs into it. We've done it before with the randomizers. We put in custom songs.
Oh,
so you could actually do that with Pokemon. And I think Lavender Town is actually already on there.
Do you want to do that for the next randomizer?
We could. We could just find all the Pokemon songs and only use them.
And we say that, but like...
It'd probably be very limited, but we could do it.
You and me have a. Oh yeah, you have that save left for the.
What?
Archipelago, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, at least we both should, but at the very least, yeah.
Good.
So we have the link.
We still need to, because I still need to beat yeah.
For what?
I need to
Which
beat Blue. I need to beat that.
Oh yeah.
And you need to beat
yeah, I got that.
And you need to beat Pokemon.
I gotta beat what?
And you need to beat Minecraft.
Yeah, that's on you though. I need you to give me shit.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not fuckable. Anyway.
I think.
Yeah.
I think this is the end.
Wait a minute, guys. Sweet is thinking. Sword in it. Yeah.
And do you know what I'm gonna do after this stream?
Do we want to know?
Stab some French people.
With baguettes?
No. With 2 blades, actually. And a ship. Well, I'm not gonna stab them with the ship. But that would be very difficult.
Alright.
No.
Eesh.
Yeah, no. So guys, as we
don't be on the side of the British on this one, okay? You might as well stay away from them.
Oh, I'm already on the side of the British.
God damn it!
I told you.
I thought we've already sworn off all British.
No. Listen, I told you I was gonna join the British against the assassins. I just told you that. Listen, they kind of killed half of Lisbon. Like, it's not my fault. Well, they sank.
As in the Brits did that, or the French did that?
No, the assassins did that. And the assassin works with the French.
Sounds like the assassins are the problem.
They are. But if we go back like 30 years or 40, depending on how old Haytham is at this point, we fight against the Brits and the Spanish. As an Irishman. No, wait, is it Wales? No, he might be from Wales. And if we go back even, or then we go to future into the, and if we go back to Assassin's Creed 3, we fight against the British in the American Revolution.
Seems very convoluted.
It's so funny because Assassin's Creed 3, 4, and Rogue is all in the same timeline basically, but Rogue plays out before Assassin's Creed 3. 4 plays out before Rogue and Assassin's Creed 3. It's a lot of fucking jumping.
Clearly.
But the real life storyline plays out after everything. And then we have Unity, which plays out in the French Revolution.
I think we talk about Unity.
No one talked about Unity.
We don't talk about Unity.
And then we have Syndicate, which plays out...
Black Sheep.
Then we have Unity, which plays out in the Victorian era of Britain. So, I kind of work with the Britons, but I also kill the Britons. I think I meet the Queen also.
So, you're on your own side. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, the Victorian era. I think that's the Victorian era. Demon Butler. No, Demon Butlers in the Victorian era.
You know, the Victorian era, honestly, is like it has possibly some of the best in terms of outfits and such. Nice clothing.
We're not going to talk about Sebastian, okay? I know he got style, but...
There's a hint, by the way, of what I just said. No more hints given. Anyway.
So guys, you should go to Sweden Catboy on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
What's right, bro? There's my shout out when it comes to
Yeah.
also for my folks, there's all my socials. Go to that link. So there you go.
Yeah.
Which on Swede's side, if you don't know where that link is, I'll just say Zalto VT everywhere. Look in the title of the stream, you'll find how to spell that. Except for Twitter, which just put VTuber instead of VT. And there you go. That's it.
Yeah. And as I did last month, we will be back the 2nd or 4th of April. Depending on how it looks. But that's the 2 days that we... So we're gonna try to do Tuesdays, but I think Thursdays are backup day. Always, for some reason. I don't know.
What is our backup day?
Thursdays.
Okay.
I think that's because it's a good day. It's because also back in the day we did stream a lot on those days together. It was Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Wednesdays once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
You know. So guys, we will be back the 2nd or 4th of April with the Nerd Ensemble.
Mm-hmm.
What we will talk about, well,
you'll just have to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't know what we're talking about yet. I promise you.
None of us know. It hasn't happened yet.
Basically, guys, this is your news show that is like 1 month of news.
Pretty much.
And mostly the big stuff, like the big stuff. That is good.
Go on.
Yep.
Neat. Okay. Yeah, no, that's gonna be that. Are you good?
Hold on, I'm gonna
fully stopping the both of us, or what? Or are you actually gonna
hold on.
Are you going to stream your next bit?
No, I'm gonna go play Assassin's Creed on my own. But before we end, we are gonna check, is someone worth murdering? I mean, raiding.
Damn. Getting a little bit alright.
You know what?
Is it too on the nose to say it sounds like you're getting very twitchy?
I'm not twitchy. I don't know what you're talking about.
That trigger finger? Anyway.
Don't worry, I'm gonna raid the Scottish.
And who's that?
Luke Hester Gaming. I've raided him before.
I know who it is.
Yeah, he's Scottish.
I didn't know that, but I'm saying I know who it is.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I know who he is. He's Scottish. Guys, ironically, I'm raiding a Scotsman while I'm gonna go kill French people as a bread.
I don't think I have a single person to raid. There's nobody really on. There's somebody. Where do I know this person? Where do I know these people?
Well, some of them you might know from me. I don't know.
Her name's Freya. I'm trying to see.
Don't know a Freya. Well, unless we talk about a goddess Freya, but that's...
I think I've met them.
Yeah.
On Twitter or Mastodon. I don't remember which.
On my side, guys, I will see you in the next episode, which would probably be tomorrow with someone.
I'm just gonna skip the raid. I'm not gonna do a raid today.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye.
See everybody later.